Hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. We are going to have a special day today. I need to say something I have never said before. This is a review copy sent to me. Yes, it is, folks. Solo Playthroughs has arrived to the next level of content creation. And the publisher and the designer of this game, Frank West of City of Games, has been kind enough and gracious enough to supply me with this very cool game. It is called The City of Kings, as you already know from the title, and we are going to go to a city. There's some kings there, and we're going to do some stuff. Yeah, this game is it's cool. It's really cool. It's definitely, not going to be knocking Mage Knight or Spirit Island off their perch atop my top 10, but a lot of things to like. Really, really cool ideas. And I played around with the scenarios it comes with, and let me kind of explain that a little bit. So basically the game comes with 6 different stories, and then it comes with a whole bunch of scenarios. I think there's 13 total. So I spent a lot of time in the scenarios, and I was like, it's cool. I mean, it felt a little bit like chess exercises to me, right? But I was like, all right, I'm learning the fundamentals. I kind of see how they're coming together. But I was just left in this weird spot where I felt like the sum of this game was somehow less than the parts. Right? I was like, I like this mechanic, I like that mechanic, that's cool, this is cool. Why is this whole game not like working for me? And then I was like, let me try the stories. And that's where this game came to life for me a lot more. And what are we going to do? We're going to do one of the stories, not just one, not just any one, the first story, which is basically you start from nothing, you get to build some characters. We'll see most of the mechanics, not all of them. There are some really nice little nuggets in this game, and I really do like it. I also understand why it's not for everybody, but it's cool. It works for me. It's going to serve a nice little role in my collection for the foreseeable future, and we will go, from there. But let me choose some characters. So these are abilities. We'll come back to these in a little bit. These abilities are going to be placed on the monsters. One of the things that makes City of Kings so unique is that the monsters do not come as these predetermined, defined things. They are basically developed. They're creatures in this game. They are developed as you put them on the board with various abilities. Those abilities go from easy, medium, and hard. And for all you Arkham LCG players, yes, the game comes with all 3 of these bags. It's an amazing, amazing thing. I mean, Fantasy Flight, they should call City of Games and find out how they could afford to put bags in a game that needs bags. It's an amazing thing. Anyway. I digress. I don't think I'm getting review copies sent to me anytime soon from Fantasy Flight. But City of Games, awesome. We'll go from there. I need to take that off. Cool. So I can put these bags over to the side, and then we're gonna have to pick our characters. Now, one of the things that's interesting about this game is the characters. They're asymmetric to a level, right? But if you're coming from like Gloomhaven, you're going to be a little disappointed, right? Because you get to really build. It's like Build-A-Bear, build a character. You make the character whatever you want. You can make it specialized in a lot of different ways. Now there are these skill trees that does provide some differentiation between the characters, but for the most part, they're blank slates, right? And that's a positive and a negative for me. So we'll kind of see how that plays out over the course of a game, but because they aren't that differentiated, I mean, to be honest, they're like they're barely differentiated as much as the heroes in Mage Knight. I mean, they're actually not. They're differentiated less than the heroes in Mage Knight, and that's kind of hard to do. So in Mage Knight, you have the 10 different skills that are different. You have those 2 unique cards, and that kind of builds, and it can really change how a game feels. Here, again, most of it's the same except for these kind of skill trees, which kind of we'll get into as we get deeper and deeper into this playthrough of the first story, called the Oakwood. All right, so which 2 of these heroes are we gonna go to battle with today? I rolled a 1, so we get, I forget his name, Stone Shaker, Earth Shaker, I don't know, whatever. I'll see it in a second. Number 2 is number 4. So that guy was out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got the the angry otter, the angry sea walrus otter thing, with a big stick. Cool. That is going to be our 2 for today. So we have Calamus, Earthshaker, and Throwler, Hillfeet. Now, I guess the backstory of this game is that these are kings. They are kings of their peoples and their people groups, and they all live in the city in a land that has been beset with woes and difficulties by Vesh. And Vesh goes around, and what Vesh does is he manages to turn otherwise well-meaning creatures into parts of his army, his evil army of badness. So I'm going to pull out the 2 heroes that I need, and we're going to take them off their standees for the sake of this playthrough, so we can get them on their side. There we go, Mr. Earthshaker himself and Mr. Walrus. Great. So I know walrus don't have legs. Just go with it. It is what it is. Now, what's going to go on this sheet? Well, both of them are going to get the same stats to start, right? They're going to have 4 max health, and they will start with their max. So we have 4 health, 4 max health. We have 1 attack, 1 heal, 1 range, so you can attack or heal 1 away. So from if you're on this spot, you can attack or heal 1 away and something that is in the adjacent square. And then they're going to start with 2 moves, so we can move 2 away every time the hero moves. 0 luck, we'll get to that mechanic. 1 move for the workers, 1 move for the gather action, and 1 move for the scavenge action. Now, what are the workers? These are your workers. Now, you start with 1 worker. Second worker goes here. Now, if you ever unlock this worker by getting this up to stat 4, you'll be able to actually free yourself this 5th worker. And why is that important? Well, this is an action selection game. So you start with 4 actions that you can select every time you have a turn. If you unlock this guy, not only do you get a 2nd worker into the City of Kings, that you can move him from there, or her or them from there, you will additionally have another pawn to use for your action selection every turn. So the workers go there, and then this one there this guy's going to start on the board, and then that's a storage container. Your workers can get all sorts of little goodies as the games go, and we will kind of see that play out too. Now you have these discs. What do these discs do? These discs are going to be used to cover up various things in your skill tree, right? You know, you can only do 1 skill in tier 1, 1 skill in tier 2, and 1 skill in tier 3. What I mean by skills is the 4 boxes on the side. So we'll have to choose those carefully, but everything in the middle is going to be stat bumps. Now you only have these stat bumps to start. There will be additional cards that we'll be able to put there to have additional options for stat bumps. So every time you play, you will build your character slightly different. Again, it's not build a bear, it's build a hero. How exciting! All right, cool. That goes there. We're going to do the same thing with our friend Thraller. Cool. This goes here. This goes here. Bam. All right. We have 4 health, and we got 1 attack, 1 heal, 1 range, 2 move, 0 luck, 1 move for the workers, 1 move for the gather action, 1 move for the scavenge. Now, the anatomy of this has been mostly discussed by me just now. One other thing I could mention is we have this equipment area. That equipment area, you have 4 slots: 1 leg slot, 1 body slot, 1 head slot, 1 arm slot. That will be filled with various items from the trade district. And the trade districts, you will get access to these as the games go, and you'll see the resource costs in the top left. Now, interesting, you do not have access to be able to fill the head slot until you get 1 of these stats here into either the 8 for health, or the 5 for attack, or the 5 for heal. And you cannot put anything in your arm slot, because I guess you're walking around with, look, Ma, no arms, until you get to the 7 for attack or heal and 10 for health, which is fine. We'll see how that plays out. Cool. Now, what are we going to do? Well, this game relies on not like a fixed board. It's not like a rigid board like Gloomhaven. The board is going to be a little different, but you will know it's going to be different every round, but you will know exactly what the tiles are. You just don't know how the tiles are arranged in conjunction with each other. And there are only going to be a couple of tiles that are going to be revealed at the beginning of any story or any scenario that you do. And that's where these cards come in. As I said, 12 of these cards have scenarios, or 13 have scenarios, and those are pretty clearly tell you what the map is, how you set it up, what the setup instructions are, etc., etc., etc. The stories are similar, except this sets up the map for the entire story. There might be a couple little setup instructions as you go through the story, but for the most part, we're going to set the story up, and we're going to play through it, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool whether you like it or not. Just make it cool. All right, cool. Let's go to story 1. What do we got? So story 1 setup. It's first. Oh, I said Oakwood. I lied. That's chapter 1. This is setup for first blood. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So the setup has different instructions for 2, 3, or 4 players. Obviously, we are a 2-player game, so you cannot play this true solo. I know, sad Greg, but it works for me with this game. It's fine. So we're going to have 2 hope, ding to ding, and we're going to have 2 morale. What is hope? What is morale? Well, hope is hope. It's the people of the City of Kings are hopeful that we're going to win. When do we lose hope? Well, we lose hope as time passes and the kings have not returned, because everyone in the city gets very sad. And if the hope gets to 0, we lose. What's morale? Well, morale is how good we feel about our chances. Morale, hope goes down when we take too much time. Morale goes down when we die. You know, makes sense. But we don't really die. So basically you take a critical hit. When you take a critical hit, your hero kind of is ushered back thematically by workers who are not represented, and they take you back to the City of King, heal them up, and it's fine. But if you die too much, then guess what? Well, if you get critical hits too much, guess what? You lose. It's kind of a cool mechanic, and you'll see why it's important in this game, because this is not like games where you can take a few hits here and there, you're fine, or Mage Knight, you take a bunch of hits, and you just have a whole bunch of wounds, you have to manage the wounds. No. You cannot get hit very much in this game and live to tell about it. You need to find strategic ways to minimize your hits, and when you get hit, make sure you're healing soon thereafter. And honestly, a lot of the damage you're going to take isn't even when you're getting hit, it's when you're actually hitting the monsters, because they have a reflectability, which is super annoying. But no, it's cool. This game, again, it feels a little chessy. Right, so if you don't like chessy kind of feeling, puzzly kind of things, this game is probably not for you. But if you really want to say, like, all right, how can I figure this out? There's a much more deterministic thing going on with City of Kings, right? There are some mechanics that can add to your attacks or your heals, and that's going to get to the luck mechanic, which we'll get to at some point in this game, I'm sure. But for the most part, this game is more deterministic. If that's not for you, not for you. For me, it's kind of cool. You got to really think strategically about getting in there, getting your hits, making sure you don't take any damage or minimize the damage you take, etc., etc., etc. And yes, I am rambling on. So let's stop me rambling on and we'll go from there. Right, so hope is 2, morale is 2, and the time we start at is midnight. Right, now this thing will move as we go, and again, whenever we do a full rotation, we lose 1 hope. And we only start with 2, so really we start the game with 12 possible rotations unless we find a way to add hope as we go. Spoiler alert! All right, let's go from there. Stats. We're going to start at 0 XP, so we don't have any XP bump. We start with 0 extra stat bumps. What I just did is right. That's how the directions tell you to set it up. And we get nothing additional to that. And we start with 0 of our skill discs on our thing. Now, we have to do the board setup. The Tower of the North Wind is there. That will start in like the middle position right there. And then Oakwood will be there. I flipped that up. Additionally, we have all the other tiles that have the little number 1, 2, or 3 in the bottom left corner. Now we know that a few of these tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these tiles have creatures. Dun, dun, dun. So when we reveal these, we will have to fight an enemy at some point. We might not have to fight them right away, and actually they don't really do much until the next time you activate, and we'll kind of explain how that all works. Great, so I'm going to shuffle all these tiles and we're going to put them on the board as shown in our board setup. So we have 3 tiles here. We're going to have 4 tiles here in this column. We're going to have 3 tiles here in this column. Yes, I know it's messy. I will fix it. Do not fear. All right, and we'll go from there. And they fit right into this beautiful thing, just like it was designed that way. Done skis. Kind of. All right. Now, we're going to take these tiles. Now, I forget what, I think they're, man, the story will get us to. The green tiles are called something. They're called something. And the orange tiles are called something else. And they have these little designs on the back to help you differentiate which is which. I'm assuming that is in case you have color differentiation issues, is my guess. But I could be wrong about that. But it kind of works. So we're going to shuffle these tiles. I think 2 of these have monsters. I mean, it's like 2 of these have monsters, and there's some other things. And each of the locations that you will flip has some special rules, which we'll get to. So we're going to put these 5 tiles on the board. And that is good. Okay, and again, it's the same numbers, the 1, 2, and 3. So all the tiles I just put out have a 1, a 2, or a 3 on them. Now there are stacks of other tiles. I think they go up to like 14 or 15 in both colors. And each story, each scenario will tell you which subset of numbers that you should be grabbing for that particular scenario. It's all very, very easy to understand. This is not a hard game to learn the rules and get to the table. Doesn't mean it lacks some depth. There are some rules that you will undoubtedly have to look up even on your 30th play, but you'll see why in a bit as we get this going. Great. So now starting locations, the heroes and the workers both start in a city of kings. That is not always the case, but that is the case for now. So the problem with having this guy off of his thing is he's really big. So we're going to put Mr. Stoneman on the bottom. Remember that his worker is green, and Thralier, his worker is yellow. Now, what do I need to shuffle? I'm going to need to shuffle up the card for the trade district. Oh, get into your helm of Vesh, you sneaky trade item. We're going to shuffle that. So we'll have to shuffle these. And again, there's not going to be anything in the trade district to start, but we will have opportunities to get things from the trade district as we go. We will absolutely need to do that if we want to be successful there. So we'll put that deck there. We're going to put these cards. So these are all quests. There are certain things that will trigger us pulling a quest card. We may or may not pull or fulfill a couple of quests as we go. Quests are good ways to get XP and other rewards, including other items in the trade district, etc. All right. So we're going to shuffle that up, and that will go hither as well. Done. Last thing, 2 more things we have to shuffle. We need to shuffle up the direction cards. What are the direction cards? Well, some of the monsters and other things as well. It's usually when a monster has a move ability, you will pull a direction card and you will determine where that monster will move. A lot of times you want the monster to move because often that will help your strategy. So the monster abilities, they're interesting in that they don't always, they sometimes help you more than you would think. And you really kind of need them to do things. I mean, some monsters put out fire on the board, and fire will damage other creatures, right? So there are certain things that can happen that actually, when the monster is carrying out their abilities, actually works to your advantage. And it's, there's a randomness to the abilities in a way that is, it's interesting, right? There's, it's not always great. Sometimes it feels a little cheesy, but that can create some pretty cool gaming moments as you go through. Right, so this is the temple. Now, what are we going to put in the temple? These are those cards I told you about that we're going to put here to build our stat tree as we go. But right now, we're just going to put 4 of these suckers into the temple. And as we get to the top, we can just take another one of those cards, put it in the next tier, and then just replenish the temple to make sure there's always 4 of these cards in the temple, like so. All right, so that is good. Now I'll put this deck off the camera. Cool. What's up? So setup is done, kids. You believe it? That's it. Thanks for joining Solo Playthroughs. Till next time when we actually play the game. Now, let's go. I'm going to now pull, since setup is done, we're going to pull the next card. Story 1, Chapter 1, Oakwood. Dun, dun, dun. Story time with Greg. Chapter 1, Oakwood. In the city of King's Council Chamber, an urgent message arrives. The city council is busy, and the low stone benches are packed with the leaders of every race summoned here by the Earthshaker. Yeah, that's right, he did. Now, they look uncomfortable in this vast, perfectly circular stone hall. None has set foot in here before, and there is something too precise, too symmetrical about the geometry that defies mortal eyes. But this place was not built by mortal hands, nor does it house normal beings. You are summoned here because Cloudkeep has fallen. A fierce of trolls on flying monsters has ousted the winged Valderons. All throughout the lands, orcs, trolls, and worse have appeared from their dark corners. Calamus the First has opened the gates of the closed city to the leaders of the free races, and scouts have been sent out. We begin at Oakwood, where someone reported seeing the nearest enemy encampment. So what's our objective? Well, we need to travel to Oakwood. At least one hero must be on the map tile when the story resolves. When does the story resolve? Well, the story will resolve when I say it resolves in about 5 minutes probably. Cool. So this setup card can go off camera somewhere. bing, and then this will go down here. So what's the rewards? If we succeed, we will put 2 items into the trade district. So we will like to do that soon. All right, so round summary. Resolve the story. It's the first round. Obviously, we did not reach our objectives, so we don't have to worry about that. Next, move time tracker. You do move the time tracker in the first day. I know, it's really harsh, but we're good. Now, player turns. I made Calamus the starting player when I rolled him first, so I'll always have him be the starting player. Starting player is important for the rest of the game. Whenever we say starting player, this is starting player. All right, so we're going to deal with that from now. Starting player. So starting player is going to go. So Calamus is going to take one of his action pawns, and he's going to do a move action, and he's going to move from the City of Kings, and he can move 2, except nope, he's there, and he cannot move the second. Why? Well, when you can move from an exposed tile to an unexposed tile, or you can move from an unexposed tile to an exposed tile. This City of Kings is a tile in some ways. Just go with it. If say I was here, so I can move from here to here, or I can move from here to here, but I cannot move from an unexposed tile to another unexposed or unexplored tile as it is. So great, I have to use another one of my actions to do an explore. Let's see what we have. Oh, it is the Inn of Lost Hope. Let us find some hope. All right, so what happens? This is called a quest tile. Now, every tile has a tag word in the bottom right. What happens in the quest tile? Well, since I am a hero that explored that as opposed to a worker, I get to pull a card from the quest hub. What does it say? Something in the darkness. I have heard there might be a few things deep in the cave of Tlaloc, but there's something unwholesome living there. Go roust it out. Travel to the cave of Tlaloc, then set up 1 creature and defeat it. The creature has an extra 2 medium abilities, and if we do that, it rewards 4 XP. Or we can travel to the cave of Tlaloc, then set up 1 creature and defeat it. The creature would have an extra 2 hard abilities. We get 4 XP, and we would add 2 things, 2 cards to the trade district. That is fine. We'll just hold on to that. You can have as many quest cards as you want off to the side. We can choose whether we would like to do that, but of course we'd have to get to the cave of Tlaloc first, and we might not want to do that when we get there. We'll see, but it is a nice 4 XP is quite a lot. As you go up this XP track, you will see all the goodies you get, and of course those goodies are either stat boops, I don't know what boops are, stat bumps, and or skills. Right, so we're gonna really want to take that pretty seriously as we go. Now I have 2 more actions. You must use all your actions with the same hero before you go to the next hero. So we're gonna do a move action with worker number 1. Again, we don't have worker number 2 yet. He's still chilling back in camp, so that's gonna go there. And then we're gonna do another. Do I want to do that? Yeah, and then another move action with worker number 1 and send him there. Cool. Now we're just going to leave those actions there. You reset your actions at the beginning of your turn, not at the end. Took me a little bit to get used to that, but it kind of makes sense as you go. Great. Throwler, what are you going to do, Mr. Hillfeet? Mr. Hillfeet, he still looks like a walrus to me, is going to move 2. So he's going to move 1. He's gone on an explored tile, and then he's going to move again, and that's good. What's he going to do? He's going to explore. What do we get? Tell him what's behind curtain number 2, Bob. It is a creature tile. It is Vestin's Curse creature. Cool. Now we have to set up a creature. How do we ever do that? Well, we have this whole... I'm not going to grab all the stack because it's too big and I've been dropping it like crazy. So we have this stack of creature tiles. And they go from 1 to 30, and they are in numerical order. You'll see in the bottom left, you have 2 people symbol. There are different creature tiles for 3 players and 4 players. So obviously I have all the creatures for 2 players. There is also a stack of boss creature tiles, and they say boss on them. There's like 1 through 7. And again, you want to make sure you have the right ones for the number of players you are playing with. So what are these tiles? Well, I'm going to take that tile out. Now, since I explored that with Throwler discovered this creature. That creature is going to go adjacent to Throwler. This is now Throwler's issue. This creature will only activate right before Throwler's turn, right? And the player turn thing is right here to make that super helpful. Now, weird thing about the creatures. The creatures themselves, as I said before, are not differentiated from each other intrinsically. Each one of these is functionally the exact same thing. except for the narrative, right? So let's get some narrative, because you know what? Who doesn't want some more story time with Greg? And if you said I don't, well, sorry, we're going to have some more story time with Greg anyway. The Grimner. Once creatures of the southern plains, the large Grimner are covered in bristly fur, marked and scarred by the many attempts to stop their devastating stampedes. Barely able to do more than grunt, they proudly wear their scars as a sign of dominance, their herd chiefs covered in broken spears. They have been bred and mutated by Vesh to become mounts for other creatures or to be driven, snarling and enraged, through enemy battle lines. The Grimner. Dun dun dun. Look at that cute little paw. How could this... We're going to... Oh, it's like a little puppy. I'm so worried. All right, so this... Now we found a creature. The creatures have these little flags. Well, obviously that's not great for an overhead camera, so we're going to put that sideways, and there we go. We have the Grimner. So we have all these flags off to the side, and they just represent whatever the creature is. That is fine. Honestly, if you're a mini person, this game's not for you. But if you're a minis in this game, you'd be spending another 80, 90, $100. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But for me, I'm good. Give me a flag with a cool little symbol on it, and it makes me happy. Great. Throwler's going to attack now, because that's what he has to do. Oh, Grimner. So these things that come in, these little tags that come in, have a lot of information on it that you should pay attention to, unlike what I just tried to do. So it comes in with 3 health. It has 1 ability. It is and that little symbol there says when it spawns. So when it spawns, we're going to add 1 easy ability to it. Additionally, you have to look at the location where it spawns. Some locations also add abilities. Now, this ability says Frostbolt. What Frostbolt means, and you forever, when you first start playing this game, you will be looking in this quick reference book a lot, because it will tell you exactly what these abilities do. Frostbolt, when there is an attack on a priority creature, there's a special ability. The priority creature will also get a frost token put on its place. But again, we will probably not have to worry about that here. So the Grimner, every time it activates, will heal itself 1. It's going to attack the priority target 1. It's going to attack all targets in range 1. And it's going to have a range of 2. And if you defeat it, you get 2 XP. What is range? Range is only determined orthogonally. There is no diagonal adjacency. Creatures can... If Calamus was here, the Grimner would never, ever, ever see it, right? It feels wrong. If you're like me, it will take you a little bit to get used to. And then when you realize how tough these creatures get and how quickly, it's like, oh, okay. So just thematically, it's just like you're hiding out around a bend. It's like we're Frodo and the Hobbits, and you're hiding behind that tree, and those freaking dark horse guys can't see them. Theirs are hiding, right? This is a similar thing. You're just hiding. You can't be seen. And then you have to decide when you want to step in harm's way, right? Because if you can't be seen here by the Grimner, that also means you cannot attack the Grimner. You actually have to step out of from behind that log to attack. And if you do that, well, now you're kind of stuck, because remember, your heroes only have 1 move a turn. And that is everything. That is the puzzle that you always have to figure out with every creature. When you can expose yourself to attack, again, without dying, because you can only die once. You die again, or getting a critical hit, you get a critical hit again. You lose! No one wants to lose. That is not why we've come here. We have come here to win. So, Throwler is going to attack. It's attacking with a 1. There's no shield to worry about. There is no reflectability to worry about. So, great. Again, it's mechanical. You don't have to worry about anything else. We're not pulling a token from a bag like Arkham. We're not doing a modifier deck like Gloomhaven. It's like, boom, 1 damage, Grimner. You're done. Throwler's going to go again. 1 damage again. We're down to Grimner's last health, and that's fine. And notice, Grimner didn't activate. We just placed him on the board. He would not activate until Throwler's next turn. So we're going to try to make quick work of him so he never activates and we never take any damage. Sounds like a plan. Cool. I'm out of actions to select for Throwler. So now what? End of the round, we go back to the beginning. Resolve story. Well, we can't resolve the story because one of the heroes is not yet at Oakwood. So we're going to move the time tracker. It becomes late morning. If there had been any fire tokens on the board, strong fire tokens would become weak fire tokens. Weak fire tokens would be taken off. And then you notice I didn't mention that with early morning. Obviously, there was no frost. It was the first thing we did in the game. But this those symbols always indicate which of the disease, frost, or fire tokens are weakening because of the advancing in the day. All right, fine. So now we go to the player turns. We're going to go to Calamus's turn first. Calamus is going to refresh all of his actions, and then Calamus is going to attack. He's attacking with a 1. Grimner has only 1 health left. Grimner is dead. So this flag will come off, and we get what? 2 XP. Cool. This goes over here, and so that this number 1 just comes out of the game. We don't use it again. The next creature will have number 2, and the creature after that, number 3, etc., etc. All right, so thank you, Grimner, for playing. We are sorry to have to annihilate you so handily. What is happening? So we did XP, so both heroes are going to get +1 stat bump. I'm going to give them both 1 extra on their attack ability. All right, that's how I like to play it. I mean, some people you might want to start differentiating, making one of these guys a worker, blah, 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 blah. For me, I want to give them both 2 attack right off the bat and kind of make sure that we can do some quick work if there's another creature that comes up, and then we'll start worrying about getting the workers more involved, start foraging, all that other stuff. Great. Scavenging, foraging, whatever. Oh, so notice on this tile now, if I had a worker there, they could roll one of these black dice and they could try to get rewards based on whatever they roll. If they ever roll that mask thing, we put one of these on there, and that means we're starting to bring attention to ourselves. We ever get 4 masks on the same thing, we remove those 4 masks and we spawn a creature. And workers and creatures don't really get along, not surprisingly. If there's ever a creature on the same place as a worker, well, they are stuck. The worker cannot move, cannot take actions until the creature is dealt with by the heroes. All right, cool. What is happening now? I am now going to move Earthshaker. He's going to move 2, and Earthshaker is then going to explore. What is this tile? Oh, Earthquake! Earthshaker is living up to his, what is it? Reputation? Yeah, right. Their moniker. They're an Earthshaker. Oh, we have another quest tile. Both the quest tiles on the southern row. Who would have thought it was possible, kids? So they pull another. Calamus pulls a second quest tile, and what does this say? It says, feed the people. When will our pains ever cease? The people are days away from starving. Get to the nearest lakes and gather some food quickly. Cart whatever you can carry back so we can distribute it to them. Dun, dun, dun. So, option A, take 5 fish to the City of Kings and get a reward of 1 XP and another item into the trade district. Or option B, take 9 fish back to the City of Kings, reward is 2, and you get 2 things added to your trade district. So we'll see if we can get a lake, find some fish, and kind of do all of that. Now, what is, again, our objective is we just need to be at Oakwood. That is fine. The real question is, do I want to explore with that worker? It's a little risky because, again, if there's a creature there, if I go to Oakwood, that's going to be in probably in range because it's orthogonally connected. So I probably don't think that's a great idea. Oh, by the way, if a worker ever reveals a quest tile, you don't take a quest action. However, Earthshaker, I could use an interact ability to get another quest because I am on a quest tile. Don't want to do that. Some of the quest tiles actually immediately throw you into combat with a creature, and that's not exactly what I'm looking to do. So I think at this point, the best bet is for me to just chill, and I'm not going to use this last action that I have. Now we go to Thralier, the Walrus Boy. Walrus Boy is going to do his 4 actions. He's going to move, boom, boom. He's in Oakwood. And then we're going to send the worker 1 for Walrus Boy out into the wilderness. It's going to go, do we want to start? We have nothing in the trade district yet. We'll just move 1, move 2, send this worker here, and then we'll have that worker work. So we're going to scavenge because we can do that on a creature tile. We're going to roll the black die. It is a mask. We have gotten absolutely squadouche for our efforts, and that is fine. If we get 3 more of those there, again, we now have to spawn a monster. So that is the end of this round. We're going to go to the next round. Resolve story. Can we resolve the story? Yes, at least 1 hero is on the map tile of Oakwood when the story resolves. So it's good. What do we get? We get 2 rewards. So we get our first 2 items into the trade district. We get this. I'm actually going to move the quest sub cards off. Do not need them on the board. We get the automatic arms. That is a body item, and it costs 2 ore or 2 stone, and you would get a stat increase of 1 health, 1 movement, and 1 worker movement. And then we get Wizard's Bane. It is an arm slot. We need 1 stone, 1 wood, and 4 paper or papyrus or whatever the heck it is. Linen. I'm sorry, 4 linen. That will give you 2 boost on healing, 1 boost on health, 1 boost on luck, 1 boost on movement, and 1 boost on range. And yes, I went backwards for the last 3 because I felt like it. That's how that went. Great. So we've done that. So now we move on to the next chapter in the story. What is up? So, chapter 2, Orc Hunt. At Oakwood, there is an eerie silence. So story time with Greg, take 3. In the ruins of a clearing there lies a human scout in mottled gray, surrounded by the bodies of orcs and broken trees. The scout's body is covered with the injuries she sustained during her desperate fight. Friends, she gasps, I was tracking this band of bloodletter orcs across the Mar when they captured me and brought me here. Bloodletters, you groan. Since their savage arrival in the world 50 years ago, no orc had yet managed to cross the great river Mar. This meant that all of the ageless realms were in danger. I think these are the green and the ageless realms, I believe. Those are Azor or something, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, even their own tribes seem to hate those bloodletters. The scout coughs in pain. They were led by one called Hekia Bloodmother, an orc chieftainess, who bore the design of a black hand, and she gloated that there are many more coming this way. Setup, instantly move all the heroes to Oakwood. Objective, discover 3 creature tiles, including those already revealed in the Ageless Realms. Again, the green are the Ageless Realms. I told you they were called something. And defeat all visible creatures. If we win, our reward is 1 hope. I told you, spoiler alert, we will get a hope back we will get a hope when we manage to defeat 3 creatures. Cool. So we revolve the story, we move the time tracker, we go to midday. Good midday to you, sir. Player turns. What am I going to do? Well, Calamus is going to reset his actions, and we're going to have him do an explore action with his worker. Is this a creature? It was a... Nope, it's not a creature. I lied. It is the Granite Halls. It is a... So it's like it counts as a mine. It's a resource tile, which is cool. Are we gonna need some stone? Yes, because so we can do again. We can what's this word? This is a thing. We can gather. We can gather with the blue dice, so it has that symbol. And what resource can we gather? Well, we can gather stone. So that makes a little bit of sense. So yeah, I'm going to work with this worker. We're gonna roll. I get 2 stone because I rolled 2 little tools there. So we're going to get a stone tile. Now you can fit 6 in here. So I could fill these up and with all these little things. That's annoying to me. So what I do is I'm going to just get a dice and keep track that I now have 2 stones in my supply. Now you can only fit 6 in the supply of any one worker. So you do need to be careful. You don't get overloaded, but that is fine. So that is the first work action. I'm going to do another work action. Bam! Oh, 3 more! That's right. So we have 5 stone, and that's great. So getting that body slot will be nice. I think that will be a useful little thing for somebody. All right, so what are we going to do now? We're going to now move with Earthshaker, and Earthshaker will move here. Fine. Now I could move here because it's revealed because I still have 2 movement, but we are going to want to reveal that at some point, so that should be fine. We're going to now move Thraller, and he's still close, so if this ends up being a creature, Earthshaker can come by and kind of and fix all that for us too. So we'll see. Do I want to reveal that? No, I don't think I want to go down that corner. That's fine. That's probably too far. Yeah, the workers and stuff, that's not gonna work. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna move Thraller. Then let me actually move the 2 with Calamus. With the last action I had there. Calamus is now still going to be adjacent to that. So we're going to reveal that with Thraller. So Thraller is going to move. Ding. Thraller is going to explore. Is it a creature tile? The world will never know, except we will. Oh, it is another mine. It is the Cogshead Works. Again, you can do gather actions there. You will get stone, but we already have so much stone. How much stone do we need? Interesting. What else is this? Battle axes, fish. debating if I just work with this guy. That's fine. So I'm going to work with worker 1, or I could just move worker 1 twice. Yeah, I like that better. Worker 1's going to move twice. I want to try to get some fish. The gathering is just really inefficient unless I had a bunch of dice. So again, as these stats go up, if I had 2 on scavenge, I could roll 2 black die, etc., etc., etc. But I think it's more efficient to get my workers up in the middle and really help with exploring as we go, right? Because I do want to start getting some fish because I would like some free XP and some more cards in the trade district. Great. That is fine. Have we found the Cave of Tlok? Nope, we have not. I'm sure I'm butchering all these words, but it's super fun, and that is the end of the round. Super exciting. So we go to story, resolve story. We do not resolve the story because we have not discovered 3 creature tiles. We have only discovered the 1. This moves to afternoon. There are no frost tiles to worry about. Now we move on. Player turns. Cool. Calamus is going to move here and is going to explore with a second. So these were reset. Move, explore. Is it a creature tile? It is a creature tile. It's a special one too. It is the man, speaking is hard. The astrographer. Yes, that's the word. Astrographer's tower. It is a creature tile, and notice it has an extra green symbol next to the symbol for scavenge and creature. So that means we have to add 1 easy ability to this creature. Now we get the creature stat bar. It is going to have 2 more green at the time it spawns. So we're going to have 3 greens total. Now if you ever pull 2 of the same, you only resolve that ability once in activation anyway, and you just stack them on top. So we get knockback and temptation. So knockback during the attack, if you would actually successfully attack a priority target, the priority target is moved back 2 spaces. If the priority target is on the same tile, you would pull a movement tile. Frostbolt, you would basically put a weak frost thing. Frost doesn't hurt you, it just reduces your movement. So that would go on the tile with the priority target. And then the final ability is temptation. If there are any workers in range of the creature, when the creature activates, their worker would move 1 toward the creature. Why does that matter? Again, workers that are on the same tile as a creature are trapped and cannot take any actions. Now, what creature have we come across? I don't know. Storytime with Greg. The Uthaji Savages. From the far jungles of the southern hotlands come the gremlin-like Uthaji Savages, fey and vicious tribal creatures that eat flesh and hunt their prey with bones, spears, and javelins. Although small, they have needle-sharp teeth and wide mouths that grin perversely as they attack. They are masters of sneaking up on their prey and disorienting them with strange, cackling laughter. You won't see them until it's too late. Oh, on contraire, I will see them right now because I am Calamus. So we're going to get this tile. Here we go. That goes there. I'm going to actually take that off like I did with the Grimner. And what does this have? Well, this has 4 health. We have already put this thing. Now this has the reflect ability. That could be bad. So knockback is 12. That happens during the attack. The ones with the stars happen as special abilities after. There is no heal though. Attacks 1 and then attacks all 1. So everybody in range gets 1 damage. Range is obviously 2 again. So what is Earthshaker going to do? Earthshaker is going to attack. It's attacking with a 2. It does 2 damage, but the reflect always triggers. So 2 damage to Calamus. And then what's Calamus going to do? Calamus is going to heal himself 1. He could attack him again, but if you attack him again, even if he killed the Uthaji Savages, he would take the reflect of 2 and die. And then morale would go down, and everyone would be sad, and, you know, just bad things would happen. So we're not going to do that. Cool. Now we're going to reset Throwler's actions. Throwler is going to move, because Throwler only has range 1. So if Throwler cannot reach from where Throwler currently is, it's going to move here. Throwler is now going to attack. It's attacking with the 2. It does 2 damage. It kills, but it also takes 2 damage. So all these easy things go aside. This goes away. This comes off the board. Thank you, Savages. What was my reward? We get 2 XP. So we're going to take that. We're going to get a stat bump for both these guys. I'm going to give... What are their skills? What are their skills? Adjacent to your target, hit your target. Ooh, last stand's interesting. No, with the 2 frost tokens, place a single -1 attack token on a creature in range. Don't hate that. That being Still Fear, remove all poison tokens, take 2 resources, perform 1 basic attack Ooh, smash. That'd be getting up to there would be really nice because then you basically get 3 attacks a turn. Creatures on your current location cannot, because again you have 2 attack heal actions, but you have a special action. So that you could, when you have these skills, right? So I should probably explain this. The keyword to use these skills, you have to have that keyword open. You don't put this action selection on there. You put it on the corresponding keyword that's here. So if I was going to use smashed, I would actually have to have the special open to be able to make that happen. Cure poison. I'm trying to decide which one of these guys I'm making into my fighter is really what I'm doing. Take damage. You may attack 1 teacher in range. Draw 1 item. Place 1 arbiter. The pit fighter is interesting. When I'm on a mine tile, I get +3 fight. So I guess I could just try to find. I mean, this mine tile is really central, so that could actually work. Sure. So I'm gonna bump up Thrallier's attack, and we're gonna bump up Calamus's worker move. Do I want to do that already? Yeah, we're gonna make that worker be able to move twice. Sounds good to me. And this thing comes off. Dead Savages. Only better than a savage is a dead savage. All right, what are we doing now? We are going to have 2 more actions with Thrallor. Thrallor is going to heal himself 1, and then Thrallor, the worker. Do I want to explore with that worker? Do I want to explore with that worker? Maybe. I don't know. Is this the worst idea I've ever had? Probably not. Again, remember, 2 more tiles have creatures. There are 6 more tiles on the board. So 2/3 of the time, this will not be a creature. Sure. Yeah, we'll explore the worker, see what's going on. All right. Is it a creature? It is a creature. Of course it is. All right. So once that is the 3rd creature tile. So once we defeat that creature, then we will end the round. So now the worker is trapped. We're going to do story time with Greg again. We have Boskel's Deep Tinkers. Once the seekers of knowledge and the great engineers of the world, Boskel's Deep Tinkers are a group of corrupted gnomes who were accidentally caught up in Vesh's experiments. Their bodies became fused with the inventions, and their flesh is now half gnome, half metal. These creatures were the minds behind Vesh's laboratories and are now masters of the combined powers of magic and technology. While small, you never want to find yourself face to face with a deep tinker, as you never know what crazy inventions they'll have waiting for you. Dun, dun, dun. So again, since Thrallor's worker discovered that, it goes in front of Thrallor. We get the banner here, and what do we pull? Well, there's no extra abilities from the location, but we get abilities from this. We get, upon being spawned, we get 2 easy abilities. Oh, shoot. This is the problem with this. That should be 2. That should be on 1. Everything else is right. Yeah, we're good. So sorry about that. Disaster. All right, so we're going to have 2 easy abilities. What are they? Temptation and Grab. Grab, you grab the priority target and move it to your location. Temptation is a special ability that makes workers go where it is. If they're in range, this worker is already moved 1 there. Great. Make sure it's in range. Temptation, are you only in range? Again, in range is only... Yep, Ranger's only orthogonal. Deal with it, people. All right, we're going to have 8 damage. That goes there, and we are good. So that was my 4th action. Now what? Resolve the story. Well, we can't resolve the story because all visible creatures are not defeated. So this moves. The fire tokens would move, but there are no fire tokens. So now we have to figure out how we're going to make the rest of this work. Well... some options here. So we're going to reset Earthshaker's actions, and then we're going to move the worker 2. So it's going to go 1, 2. Now, as soon as that worker gets in, he empties his belongings. So we're going to put this into the old barn in the City of Kings. So now we have 5 stone there. Take that die off. And now what? Well, I might want to start making Calamus a little bit stronger here. Do I want to give him the body? Yeah, I think I do. So we're going to move Calamus into the City of Kings. Calamus is, as long as I move Calamus, I'm not going to have range to be able to help with that attack next. So I won't do that actually this turn. We'll worry about that next turn. We're going to now move this guy here. It's only 20% chance that that tile has a creature. Yeah, that's about right. And if it's a creature, I'll just kill it. Whatever. So we're going to explore with this worker. Is it a creature tile? It is not. It is the Melian Forest. The Melian Forest is a gather tile, and because there's resources there, and you would gather wood. Great. Now I did put this worker here. Now, what does that mean? Now, notice that worker's moving 2 now because I bumped up that stat, which helps the worker get around a lot. That worker, because of temptation, is when the boss tinkers are going to activate. This will move there. We are going to do a work action. We're still only rolling 1 die because we only have 1 in the gather slot. And, oh, we get a mask. They're on to us, kids. All right, cool. Thank you, Calamus Earthshaker, for all of your hard work. Now we go to Throwler. We're going to resolve impairments. There are no impairments on Throwler. He's not on a tile with frost. He's not on a tile with, well, I guess fire. He doesn't have any poison on him. So cool. So what's Throwler going to do? Well, we're now going to activate creatures. So the boss tinkers are going to activate. What happens? Well, it would heal, but it's already at max health, right? Its health is 8. That is what it is. It would attack a priority target. There is no target for it to attack. It would attack all targets in range. There are no targets in range. And then there's going to be the special effects. So temptation is going to move anything in range 1 closer. That worker goes there, and then grab. It would grab the priority target and pull it onto its location. So it is done. All right, now we're going to do Throwler's turn. Throwler is going to move here, and then Throwler is going to attack. Is that on mine? Oh, I'm not even on it. I'm not there yet. I really want to be on there. Pit Fighter is a really cool action, but I need 1, 2, 3 skills before I start worrying about that. So we're going to attack with Throwler. Throwler's attacking with a 3 again. There is no shield, so 8 goes down to 5. There's no reflect either. Throwler's attacking with a 3 again. 5 goes down to 2. Cool. And now we have 1 more action. Throwler doesn't want to explore because it would be really bad to get ourselves that last creature tile. So we're not going to explore. That's the end of the round. What are we going to do? We're going to resolve the story. We can't resolve the story yet. So we move this. Ooh, we're back at midnight. So every tile that has at least 1 of these, only 1 is removed from each tile, that is. And then you're going to lose 1 hope. Oh no, we're losing hope. Say it ain't so. Oh, this got moved. This should be at 4, right? Right. 2 XP, 2 XP. Cool. Not sure when that happened, but it is what it is. So now we go to what? It's Earthshaker's turn. Earthshaker's going to reset their actions. Earthshaker's going to move 2. Earthshaker's going to attack. It's attacking with a 2. It's going to do 2 damage. That kills the Tinkers. There is no reflect. Tinkers, thanks for playing. But you are very dead. Cool. Ding. And these guys are out. So 2 more XP because of, again, this is number 3. XP for that, so we get the 6. So now we have moved up levels here. Levels start mattering when you start. There are things like there are barricades and there are camps and stuff like that. And levels could really start mattering when you get into that. It's not probably going to happen. We're not probably going to mess with that too much today, but as you get into higher stories, those things are going to become more important. It seems, at least. So we went over both a skill. So we're going to add a skill to both of their trees finally. And then they both get 1 stat bump. Very cool. So I'm going to get a skill. So warming, frost, -1 attack. That special could be good. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to get +1 range. Now it's still only 1 range. You actually have to get 2 stat bumps before you get to a level 2 range. And we will do a stat increase. I mean, Calamus, what are you doing? If we get up to there, that might not be the worst idea. If I make Calamus more the worker guy, but I think I want to make him a little stronger first. So I'm going to give him 1 attack, and we'll worry about the worker stuff later. All right, and now we're going to do the same thing for Throwler. Throwler is definitely going to try to become a pit fighter, so he's going to go there. Stat tree gets him +1 range, and then we're going to get a stat increase, and we're going to give Throwler an attack as well. Just really kind of get these guys super ready just to start dismantling things pretty quick. This comes off, and that is fun. Anyone who's watching play Maze Knight is like, yeah, of course the Greg is just going aggressive with attack. That is what I do. I am what I am, people. I am what I am. All right. So what are we doing now? I have 2 more actions still with Calamus. He's already moved, already attacked. The worker, should I explore? Nah, I don't want to explore. Do not. So my worker's there. That's Thraller's worker. Probably still need some wood. So let me get back here. So I'm gonna go here and let's start getting some wood. So we're gonna work. Boom, crushing the people. I get 1 wood. That's fine. So these dice is like 2 1s, a 3, a 2, and then 2 of the I see you symbols. So that's fine. So we have 1 wood here, and hopefully we can get some more next turn and really start getting some items as we go. Great. We're going to reset Thraller's actions. Throwler is going to explore. I understand this could be a creature, and then we'll deal with it. So what is it? It is a creature. That's fine. So it does mean, so again, we're not going to, if I did not reveal that, we would have been able to end this round. But we're going to be prolonged a little bit more as it is, but that's totally fine. So we're going to, I explored with Throwler. I put that in the wrong thing. It's not in the worker slot. It's actually a Throwler exploration. So we get a creature. Cool. What is a creature? It's the Nazama. Born for battle, the Nazama Warriors were a jungle-dwelling clan of female fighters known for their love of the jaguar. Now, under a curse placed on them by Vesh, they have been corrupted almost beyond recognition. Their flesh is pale and rotting, their stares now blank and lifeless, and their pursuit of battle is relentless. Their weapons of choice are the blowgun or bow, which they use to fire arrows and darts laced with corruption that rots their victim, turning them into another servant of Vesh. Dun, dun, dun. So this comes into play. What does it have? It has 3 easy. It has 7 health. And it has 1 shield. It attacks 2. Attacks all 1. Range 3. 2 XP. Ding. Ding. So lightning bolt. You would do 1 damage to the priority target. Temptation. The same thing with the workers. And then panic. Panic. I forget what it does. I think it makes all the heroes in range move. That's right. One thing I do wish this game had is if they turn this into a 1-page like reference sheet. I think it could be easily doable, but it is what it is. All right, all heroes in the range of the creature are 1. Blah blah blah. Yeah, blah 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 blah. So that's fine. I mean, obviously I played it enough that I kind of got a sense of what they all do, but I think a 1-page reference sheet would be really, really, really helpful. So no reflectability, so that's fine. And then we're going to need to get our little jaguar loving female things here. So we're going to now attack. We're attacking with an attack of a 4. There's a shield of 1, so it does 3 damage. We're doing an attack of a 4. There's a shield of 1. It does 3 damage. Do I want to just heal? No, I can't. Oh, I actually never healed from before because of one enemy that had reflect. Yeah, probably should have done an action there to get up to full health. But this too shall pass. We are going to now, with our last action, what do I want to do? Couldn't move. Right, there's no sense of me chilling there. I could move. Yeah, we'll move here. And I know I'm going to kill it with Calamus next, so that's fine. I'm just going to stay in range. I really want to start getting the place so I can start revealing some more of these tiles. I'm still looking for, there's a caravan which allows me to buy some stuff. So that will be helpful. I mean, I could buy this. I could have bought it for City of Kings, but I wanted to make sure Calamus was close enough by to do some damage when we needed him. Great. So we're going to end the round. We're going to do story. We can't resolve the story, so this moves here. And now we go to the next round. I'm going to reset Calamus's actions. Calamus is going to move. Calamus is going to attack. Calamus attacks with a 3, 1 shield, only 1 health left. The Nazama are dead. We get 2 more XP, which means we get another skill to our skill tree. This comes off the board. And let's add the skills. I'm going to add a health to Calamus. When you add a health, you add 1 to max health and 1 to current health. And I'm going to add a health to the Walrus. And now we're going to start adding things. What do I want to give for Calamus? I want to start getting some luck possibilities here. So I'm going to put that there. The temple gets replenished. And I'm going to put this here. And the temple gets replenished. Done and done. Now, I think it just makes sense to heal. Well, Calamus is going to heal. He heals 1, gets up to max health. And then the worker is going to do a work action. So we're doing a gather action in the forest. I get another wood, people, so I'm up to 2, can still fit 4 more. Killing it. Throwler. What's Throwler going to do? Well, I think we got all the creatures anyway, so let's explore some stuff. So we're going to explore, see what the rest of this map is. There's a lake. That's cool. Throwler's going to move here. We're going to explore again. It's another lake. All the lakes and the top of the world. Cool, and then we will move. I do want to get some fish, so I'm going to move this worker toward there and get up to the lake so we can start gathering there. All right, so now what? Resolve the story. We can resolve the story because everything's been killed. We discovered 3 creature tiles, and in the green tiles, and we defeated all visible creatures. What's our reward? We get 1 hope. Bing. All right, all is not lost, kids. All is not lost. So that was chapter 2. That was Orc Hunt, and now we go to chapter 3, Disrupt and Destroy. Dun dun dun. Man, I never really looked at his artwork. It's actually fairly interesting. I guess that is the City of Kings. There's a lot going on in this artwork. It looks like a scorpion coming out of the ground with a big, like, with some pelicans flying at it. So I'm a little confused. But that's fine. Disrupt and Destroy. You bring your gruesome findings back to the city council chamber. An orcish shield, a torn war banner, a bloodied cleaver. That is the symbol of the troll who took our home, spits one of the Vedora counselors. I will never forget it. She kicks at the torn banner of the grotesque, tusked face. And this I know, but it cannot be. There is a sound like grinding millstones from Calamus's chest as the golem inspects the ruined shield with the sigil of a black hand. The hand of Vesh stands for Vesh Dark Hand. Vesh was a human sorcerer once. We defeated him many moons ago and drove him down into the bottomless Kluwash depths, but he has become something else and fallen, forgive me. I think that it was my essence that helped him rise again. Calamus still feels that old wound where the sorcerer experimented and shattered his mineral body. Vesh Darkhand must be behind the war. We must find the staging post for his warbands. So instantly move all heroes to the City of Kings, because obviously the heroes were all there discussing, so it doesn't make any sense that they wouldn't be there. And then set up the next creature stat bar besides the starting player, and place the war banner on the Tower of the North Wind tile. If you succeed, a reward is 1 stat gain and 1 hope. So next stat bar is 5. It's going to get placed next to the starting player, who is Calamus. This comes in with 7 health. What is it? It is the Jamba. We be Jambaing. These ferocious woodland creatures are a hybrid of black-furred bears able to walk upright and run faster than any human. Vesh changed and warped the animals' bodies, giving them metal claws and blades instead of their natural ones, and making them fanatically loyal to their handlers. Their animal faces growl and snort at each other, as well as any intruders into their territory before erupting into feral howls of the hunt. Dun dun dun, the Jamba. Alright, 7. It has a shield 2, a heal 2, it attacks 3, attacks all 2, range 3, 2 XP. Ding, and where does it get put again? It gets put on the Tower of the North Wind. Where are you, Jamba banner? Bam! That's fine. That's how that's gonna go. Alright, what are we gonna do? So, I'm going to... So one of the things to think about is the creatures will always attack. If you have 2 creatures in the same place, they're always the priority creature is going to be the one that has the most max health. Not health at the time, but max health. So right, if Throwler is gonna be my fighter guy, the guy with the max health should be I need to get his range up. That's what I need to do. Then I'm gonna need to get Calamus up so he can take some more of the blows. I think would be a pretty effective strategy. If I get some fish down here, I can get some XP. If I get 9 fish, yikes, it's a lot of fish. It's a lot of fish. Yes, it is. 7, 2 shield, 4 attack. So that's gonna be 2 damage a time, 1 damage a time. If I can get him 1 more range, then he's attacking. I can attack from here, but I have to get another skill, which kind of puts me in a place of trying to get the 9 fish to the City of Kings and taking those 2 XP there. I think that's the best option I have right now. All right, so what do we have to do? We have to advance the time, which I never did. And now we have Calamus's turn. This is going to come down here. Yikes. Remember, the Jamba heals 2 every round. Oh, we have to get 1 skill. So on the at the time it's spawned, we get 1 medium skill. And the medium skills have 2 things on them, not just 1. What does it say? Chain lightning and move. Wow, it's moving. I didn't think I knew the medium skills moved. All right, that could be not awful, actually. So what is this? Chain lightning. Chain lightning says hits the correct creature's priority target and all other creatures on the same map tile as a priority target. And you do 4 damage total. The amount of damage of each hero receives is equal to the total damage divided by the number of heroes hit by chain lightning. Oh, so it'd be right. So in a 2-player game, it's basically just going to be you'd just be 2 and 2 if we're both in the same place. And it'll be the 1 hero could take 4. So that chain lightning can be pretty nasty. So obviously we're going to have to really prevent that. But the move's going to trigger every turn, which is going to mean that Jamba is going to start moving around the map. It's, again, something that might not be totally awful. So we're going to try to get some fish, I think. So let me do this. I'm going to do an interactability with Calamus, and I'm going to spend 2 of the stone in the barn, and I'm going to get myself the automatic arms. Cool. The automatic arms is a body slot, so I have like my real arms and the automatic arms, you know, and I'm a golem, and that's just how it is, kids. It makes sense. So we're going to get 1 health, so max health and regular health go up. We get 1 movement, still only 2 a turn, and then 1 movement for my workers. So now my worker is up to 3 movement, which can be really easy for me to get up and down from that ocean. So, or the quiet sea. So the worker is going to do a move action, it's going to do a work action, so I'm gathering. We get 2 fish. So we have 2 fish and 2 wood. So we can only fit 2 more things. We're going to do another work action with worker 1. And we get ourselves a mask. Ding. We're going to reset Throwler's actions. Throwler is going to do 2 move actions with its worker. Now notice, this got set up in the setup. It doesn't activate until my next turn, right? So whenever it's set up, it doesn't activate until the following turn. It's just the way the creatures are. They always activate the turn after the turn that they were put on the board. Cool. So we're going to move, so get into the same lake. Do I want to be in the same lake or different lake? Let's move into this lake and we'll see. So we're going to do work, try to minimize the chance of getting too many of those ICU tokens in one place. So I get 2 fish. Remember, I'm just looking for 9. This is doable. So that's going to go there. And then we're doing another work action. Give me a 3. Ooh, so 4 fish total. So I have 6 between the 2 workers that are in lakes. And then I will do a move action and head over this way. That's fine. So end of the round, resolve the story. We can't. This goes here. So visible enemy. Right now we have to defeat all visible enemies. That's the only visible enemy. There might be more that join us. We'll see. That goes down to midday. We're going to now activate the Jamba because that, again, player turn. Resolve impairments, activate creatures. So the Jamba goes, can't attack anybody, can't heal because it's already at max health. So then it's going to do the move action. So we're going to pull one of these cards and we're going to compare it where it is. Now the X represents the Jamba. So you're going to go in order. Can we move to 1? No, we can't. Can we move to 2? We can. The Jamba can move down 1, over 1, down 1, and ends up on that Oakwood. It's right next to a mine, but I can't. Again, I keep acting like I have Pit Fighter unlocked already, and I don't. So I need to stop getting so excited, people. That's what needs to happen. So we've activated the Jamba. We're going to now reset Calamus's actions. Calamus's worker is going to work. See if we can't get another fish or 2. We get 1 more fish. And then we're going to do a move. We have move 3. So it's the green one. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put 3 fish into the barn and 2 wood into the barn. That happens automatically. And we're going to remove all of that. And then we're going to move the worker back. Bam. That move 3 is huge. And then we're going to do another gather action with our 4th action. And, oh, they are looking at us again. Awful. Fine. We are going to do a reset Throwler's actions. We're going to do a work action. 2, 4 fish. That's huge. move, move, and this is going to move twice. Again, this is only moving one at a time, not the three at a time the Calamus is. You can see how much of a difference that makes. And let's try to get Thrawler on the board. So I know that the caravan is here, which is hilarious. I almost opened up that earlier and decided against it. So we're going to move Thrawler 2 and get him closer to center. He's on the diagonal, will not be attacked. What's happening now? All right, ended a round, resolve the story. We can't, obviously there's still a visible creature. This goes here, so we're now in afternoon. We are now gonna allow the Jamba to move. The Jamba has no target, so it can't heal, it's already at max health. It is going to move, however. So 1, it can move 1, so it goes 1. It goes right back where it came, I think. Is that right? Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, that's stupid. So it's back where it came, which isn't ideal, but that's fine. And now we do Calamus's turn. So Calamus is going to just do some gathering, I think. Kind of want the Jamba to move again. Yeah, let's get... Oh, we have 2 wood in there already. Where are we at? We have 3 ore, 2 wood, 3 fish. So the worker's going to gather. 3 fish. Look at us. We're hot. We're hot. All right. 3 fish. Ding. Ding. We're going to do a move action with this worker. We're going to do a gather action to try to get some wood now. And we failed. So that was our second work action. Can't do that anymore, but we get a ICU thing there. And then with the last action, we're going to move Calamus out of the City of Kings and get him more central. Now we go to Throwler's turn. Throwler's going to do a move action with the worker. Bing, that gives us 6 more fish. That immediately goes into the barn. Now, we have Feed the People. That's a gather. I don't think we can resolve that till next turn. Oh, it's a group quest. All right, maybe I can resolve that now. Let's see. Quest, gather. Bring the required resources. When completing the quest, the resources are considered to be spent and must be removed from the barn. Yeah, so group quests are placed together on the table in an area referred to as a quest hub. They can be completed by any player at any time by any player. Oh, so they don't even stay in front of Calamus, actually. They're just in the quest hub. That's fine. I can leave them there. And so the group quest, we can complete it at any time at any player. Since we have 9 in the barn, and that's a gather quest. Yep, so we have to spend those 9 fish. We're going to take option B. Boom, no more fish in the old barn. That's fine. They were starting to get stinky anyway. We get 2 XP and 2 more items added to the trade district. So we have head and we have head. That's fine. Neither of our guys can take a head thing yet, but we're pretty close. I was more concerned about the XP, to be honest. So this is satisfied. That goes away. What's going to happen now? Well, we got the 2 XP, so we get to do a stat level up. I am going to move for sure Throwler there, so now I have access to a head thing. What I would need, I would just need 2 fish for this one. Yeah, those stats could be huge. Yeah, I want 3 more fish and 3 more wood, or 1 more wood, and I can actually give them both a piece of head armor. That's cool. I can move one of his up. What stats do I want to give you, Calamus? We're close to luck. No, I can give them both luck now. That's nice. He still needs to get up there too. You know what? I will give Calamus the stat bump of a health, and let's try to get him up to a head thing that way. I think that'll make some sense. Okay, so that is done. That was simply a move action. We still have 3 actions of a Throwler, because again, we just completed the quest, which can be done any player at any time. So I want to take the stat bump. If I'm not going to do the head thing yet, what if I take the stat bump of the range? Oh, and now we also get the skill. Yes, right. That makes sense. So let me take the range for Throwler. And so we can't do the head thing yet, but that's fine. That range could be important, and you'll see why. So I'm going to do Pit Fighter. When your hero is in a mine tile, my basic attack does +3 damage. And I'm going to give Throwler here the skill of a luck. And since he has 1 in luck now, I'm just gonna put this die on him to remind me that I have that, and I can roll that for attack and for heal actions. All right, so that was done. I still have 3 actions with Throwler. Throwler obviously wants to get out of the way there because this does have 3 range, and that's bad. Oh wait. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. So yeah, Throwler is gonna move here. Throwler is in a mine, so it's any of the resource tiles that gives you stone. And Throwler is now going to attack. Now, Pit Fighter is a passive ability, so it just happens. When my heroes in a Mind Tile, my basic attack is +3. So my basic attack is a 4, +3 is a 7. So I'm doing an attack of a 7. There's 2 shields, so I do 5 damage, right? There's no reflect, and then I'm attacking again. Attack of a 7, there's 2 shields, so this range 2 is huge for me. This sucker is dead, and we all get 2 XP again, so we're up to 12, and this goes here. So you see like how getting that 9 fish like we just changed everything, because that Pit Fighter just really opened up everything about my my turn right there. Done. So we're at 12. We don't get a skill or a stat boost. That's fine. That's the end of the round. Now what we're gonna do this. Wait, all visible creatures are dead. So that's fine. What's the rewards? We both get 1 stat boost and we get a hope. So our hope is now all the way up to 3. And the stat boost, I will go ahead and give them both the ability to take a head thing, considering those 2 suckers are sitting there, and those stat boosts could be very nice. Great. So now, we ended a turn. I resolved the story. I did all. I gave everyone their rewards, and now we're going to go to the next thing of the story. So chapter 3, Disrupt and Destroy, is done. We go to chapter 4. Hekia. A messenger arrives at your location with news of Hekia. Remember, that was the orc priestess thing person dude that's kind of in charge of this, other than Vesh. It's one of Vesh's minions, I guess. So everywhere you search for signs of Vesh, you find them. There are black hands secretly daubed on doors or carved into standing trees. But still, the Dark Hand's main encampment eludes you. The horizon is now edged with pyres of black smoke from the rampaging orcs. Vesh Dark Hand has surprised the free peoples of the world, and everywhere is starting to burn. But here, now, you have a chance to at least slow the destruction. Masters, the newly arrived messenger pants. Hekia Bloodmother is encamped around the Tower of the North Wind. It will be a hard fight, but all the heroes have faced worse. Calamus eventually fought its way free of the clawless depths with the help of Brutius. They survived, sort of, with the human prince, now so scarred that every breath is painful. And Calamus, a shadow of the creature it once was. All right. So, I mean, I guess Calamus is I don't know. He looks not like a shadow. Look at that dude. Freaking scary as heck. All right. So we're going to set up Hekia orc template. So this is one of the special creatures. Especially Hekia. There's 2 sides of this. On one side just says orc. One side says Hekia. We're going to use the Hekia side, I'm assuming. I don't know why. It says orc template, but I assume we're actually going to one that says her name, so that's fine. This way is cooler anyway. So that gets set up by the starting player. Again, starting player is Calamus, and we're going to use boss. What line are we using? Set up Hekia with boss stat bar 1. So Hekia comes into play with 25 health. She has a reflection ability of 2. She has a shield. Now notice she doesn't get any easy, medium, or hard abilities, but she has one built on her. It's Fury. What's Fury? Every time she takes damage, she's going to add 1 easy ability on her. So her abilities are going to start to really stack and be all sorts of bananas. And where does Hekia go? Well, she is going to be on the Tower of the North Wind. Here is her standee. Oh, look at her. She's nasty. And now we are going to have to defeat her. So we have to defeat Hekia and all visible creatures. If we win, our reward is we would win. Sort of, if you want to. Now, we have to still move the time thing. And now we go for the turn. Now, Hekia Men does not get a turn this round. We will start dealing with her next round. But the question is, how do I want to do this? So I have 3 fish. All right, so Calamus' turn. I think I put this should be here. I think I put that in the wrong place. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, why is that? Yeah, I just put that in the wrong thing. So it's like I had no wood, and I remember I rolled for wood. So we're going to reset Calamus' actions. I do want to get, I already have the stone I need. This is the fish I need, so I just need to get some wood. So we're going to do a work action. I get 1 wood. We're going to do a work action again. I get the 3 wood. It's magical. So I got 1 and then 2. So let me get a wood token and another dice here. So I am actually maxed out. Cannot fit anything more for this worker. This worker is now going to move. He has a move of 3. He only needs 2. Everything gets dropped off. So we get 3 more fish. And wood goes from 2 to 5. Cool. And now I'm going to move. Man, I wish I had the The caravan tiles being here is weird. We're going to move Earthshaker down here so I can equip him next turn, and we'll deal with it that way. All right. So I want to attack Hekia. It would be attacking with an 8. It's not the worst idea ever. It is not the worst idea ever. So I did give myself range 2 there, right? So we're going to reset Thraller's actions. Thraller's going to attack. Thraller's attacking with a 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's a reflect of 2. So I take 2 damage. And there's 2 shields. So I actually get... Do I have a luck? No, I'm not rolling. I don't have luck. Not have luck. So 6 damage to Hekia. Hekia goes to 19. And I took those 2 damage. Now I'm going to move Thraller back here anyway. So he'll fully heal up. If I attacked again, he would take a critical damage because of that reflect 2. So not attacking with him again. So Thraller is now going to move 2. We'll get him close to the City of Kings. And... we're going to move the worker out into the world. And the worker is going to go here. And the worker is going to go here. Cool. Now what? So I attacked. I did forget one thing. So Fury. So that's a defensive ability, which is why it has a shield. When I attacked Hekia and she took damage, we add a easy token to her. And what is it? It's move. Of course it's move. So she's going to start moving around, which actually probably isn't a bad thing. Great. So, end of the round, what happens? Can I resolve the story? Note, Hekia is not defeated. This moves here. Any poison tokens would be weakened, so strong would go to weak. We remove 1 of these from each tile that has at least 1, and hope goes down from 3 down to 2. Oh no, we're losing hope. Cool, so what are we going to do now? I'm going to... Hekia is going to activate because we have Calamus' turn, so no impairments on Calamus. We're going to activate the creatures. Bosses count as creatures, and Hekia is going to move 1 and 2 just like that because of that number 1 there. Great. What's Calamus going to do? Calamus is going to reset its action, and Calamus is going to do an interact. Calamus is going to spend 2 stones, so 3 to 1. 1 fish, so 3 to 2, and 1 wood, so 5 to 4. And we're going to get the Moon Tears Crown in a head slot, which we can do because of the health. And what does that give Calamus? Calamus now has 3 heal because the heal goes up 2. He has 1 more move, so now he can actually move 3. He's going to get 1 more move for the workers, which is huge. So now we get another one of those action selection tokens. This comes into play in the City of Kings, and we get 1 more gather. So now when we gather, we'll be rolling 2, which can be super huge. All right, so 4 more actions now because I just got 1 additional action. It's like Christmas, kids. So that was interact. Calamus will move because we want to get, and he can move 3 now. So we do want to get him somewhere more central. So we'll put him there. And then we're going to move the worker, that stays. Worker can move 4 now. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to explore with the worker. We know what this is. It is the Haziki Caravans. Dun, dun, dun. It's a shop. So whether it's a worker or a hero that reveals that, when it's explored, we add 3 more items to the trade district. So we have the Lost Blade is another arms. We have the Golden Compass is arms, and the Helm of the North Wind is another head slot. But that's fine. We're not going to take it. So the arm slots are intriguing me, but neither of these guys can get an arm slot thing. Anyway, cool. So that is done. We have 1 more action. I'll move the worker up, and let's start getting ready for next steps here, kids. Cool. What am I doing now? I'm going to do Thraller's turn, resetting his actions. Thraller moves into the City of Kings. His health is restored to full. And then Thraller's going to do an interact action. He's going to spend the 2 fish. So it goes from 2 to 0. He's spending the 2 wood, and it goes from 4 to 2. We get the Helm of Athalar. Dun, dun, dun. So what's that do? It gives me 1 more attack stat. So it's up to 6. 1 more health stat, that gets up to 6. 1 more range stat, that stays at 2. And then 2 move act stats for the workers. Great. So the head things are really helpful. Now, you notice all the arm slots, they all require some linen. And obviously we have not seen a place where I can get linen from yet. So obviously those are going to be in the orange tiles if we choose to proceed on with this game. One thing I forgot to do when I activated Hekia, Hekia should have healed 2 as part of her activation, so she would actually go from 19 up to 21. Right. So Thraller did that. Thraller's now going to... The workers now have move 3 because I just got the helm of... That's the helm of Athalor. So we're going to move this worker 1, 2, 3, and we'll move it again here. That's fine. So, end of the round. Can we resolve the story? Nope, Hekia is still alive. We go here. We go to Calamus' turn. Hekia resolves. She's going to heal 2, so she goes from 21 to 23. So, that first attack didn't do much, but now she's going to move. Where's she going to move to? Number 1 is up and over 2. 1, 2. That's not bad. That's actually perfect. It's really good. I like that a lot. Yep, that's right. So up 1 over 2. That will work for me. Great. What's Calamus going to do? Calamus still only has range 1. So that's a thing. That's a reality that we're facing right now. And we know if we attack from here with Thralier, or Thralier, or Walrus Boy, that we're going to be attacking with a 6, 7, 8, 9 because of how awesome and magical he is. So it's a little not ideal. I should definitely take the damage with Calamus. Calamus is going to move here because it has more max health, and I want it to be the target of Hekia's attack. So we're going to do that. I think that's all I'm doing. If I want any of those arm things, I am going to need more stuff. So let me just, why not? What else am I doing here? So I'm going to move this worker. Do I need fish? Yeah, I'll need fish. If I want that, that's a head thing. I don't want fish. Do I want that? That could be good. Probably not though. Wizard's Bane, Lost Blade. None of those are great. Sure. I'm going to move worker 2 because worker 1's chilling over here. So worker 2, again, I have a move of 4, so that's fine. Worker 2 is now going to gather. I'm rolling 2 dice because again, the Tier's Crown gave me a second thing. What do I roll? I get 1 fish and we add a spooky thing. That's not great. 1 fish to worker number 2. So put a number 1 there. Do not want to risk spooky things coming out. So I'm going to do another move action with worker 2. Move down here. Well, I can move 4, right? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just move it into that mine. And I'm going to roll 2. So I'm going to do another work action. I'm trying to get some stone because I already have 2 things there. And all the arm things only cost 1 each. So that's fine. What did I get? 2 stone and another ICU spooky thing. Done. So 2 stone. So we have a fish and 2 stone for this worker. Cool. Cool. Now, Calamus' actions are done. We're going to go to Thralier. Thralier is going to do a move action, and it is on a mine. It's going to do an attack. It's attacking with a 6, 7, 8, 9 as a passive action. The Hekia has 23 health. So Hekia it's an attack of a 9 minus 7. It goes down to 16. There's a reflex of 2. And then we're going to do another attack. It's going to be 7 more damage. It's going to be from 16 down to 9. And it's going to be a reflect of 2. We have 1 more action. Just going to lose it. That's fine. Can I resolve the story? I can't. This comes here. We now go to Hekia. Hekia heals herself too, so she goes from 9 up to 11. And then she's going to attack. She's attacking range 9, so she's attacking the hero in play that is closest. They're equal distance, so it's going to attack the one with the max health. The max health is Calamus. So Calamus is going to lose 6 health down to 2. And then Hekia is going to move. Where is she moving to? Don't move far. All right, so she can't do 1, she can't do 2, she can do 3, and ends up over there. That's fine. Cool, so it's Calamus' turn. Calamus is going to reset all their actions. Oh, haven't done any heals or anything, so, and I don't have any luck, right? So let me do a heal with Calamus, and he's going to heal 3, and he's going to roll his luck thing, so he gets a heal 4, so he gets from 2 health up to 6 health. Is it worth him taking a shot? He's only doing a 3 attack plus... Yeah, he's going to do... And then Calamus is going to do a heal onto Thralier. He's healing with a 3. Rolls that 50%. So what is a 50%? So 50% of 3 is 1.5. Math! 1.5 plus 3 is 4.5. Rounded up to 5. So I just healed my friend the Walrus 5, so only need to heal 4 to get back up to max health. Great. We're going to now do a work action with worker number 2. Rolling, it's a gather action. I rolled that. So we get another spooky face, and we get 3 more stone. So we're actually maxed out. So it's 5 stone and 1 fish. Worker number 2 is then going to do a move action, gets back to the City of Kings, drops off the stone. So the stone goes from 1 to 6. And the fish goes from 0 to 1. Cool. That's fine. These come off. And then worker number 2 is going to move again, and we'll head back up to Moon Lake. Done. Thrallier's actions. Thrallier only needs to do... Oh, shoot. If I'm attacking with a 6, I actually can't defeat Hekia because I can't... I have range 2, but I can't get myself on a mine. So I think we just wait another round and do it that way, which will be fine. Yeah. I don't love it. Could start revealing some tiles here. Kind of see what the next enemies are if they come up. Yeah, I'm going to explore. I just want to try to get some stuff done. So I'm exploring here. Is it a creature? It is not a creature. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I can't explore there. Wrong worker. I'll pretend I don't know what that is. I definitely don't want to explore there, because if I was thinking there's a creature there, I'm in actually a place where I can attack it. But there's no creature there, so that's not a helpful thing for me to do. So, sorry, that's green is for Calamus. I'm going to move here and get myself a little bit more central. We'll see how Hekia moves next turn, right? If Hekia was always there, it'd be nice, because I could always just attack it from there with my range 2. Yeah, definitely don't want to reveal any more tiles yet. I'm going to move this worker twice, and then we're just going to scavenge with the black die. With the work action, we get a battle axe. So 1 battle axe. Now, battle axes are interesting. You can use battle axes. You can turn 3 battle axes in the City of Kings into another card in the trade district. So they're not the most efficient thing, but they have some utility for sure. And that is the end of that. All right, can I resolve the story? No, Hekia is still alive. That goes there. And now we go to Hekia's turn. Hekia is going to heal 2 up to 13. Hekia is going to move, stay close by. So cannot do 1. Can it do 2? 1, 2, 3, 4. It can do 2. That's absolutely correct. And that's right next to a mine. So that makes me happy. Great. So what are we going to do now? So Calamus is going to reset all their actions. And I think we just try to kill this thing. If I'm attacking with Thrallier from there, I'll basically be doing 7 damage twice. That's right. So we don't really need to do anything. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. So I will explore this worker, because I could have done a whole bunch of things here. So this makes sense anyway. So I'm not going to want to waste an entire turn. So there we go. Look at that. It's the Greenlands. Extra prize, people. We're going to do a work action to gather, get some linen. So we get 2 linen. We're going to do a work action again. I'm going to gather. And what did I roll? I got 2 more linen. So very slow and steady, people. Just 1 at a time per die. That's how we roll in the House of Greg. So that's fine. And then we're going to do a move action. We're moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another move action. Bam, in the City of Kings. And now we have 4 linen in the old barn, just like that. Great. Thrallyer resets his actions. Thraller's going to move 1. He's on a mine. Again, it's the resource tile that you can get stone. And Thrallyer is now going to attack. He's attacking with a 6 plus 3 because of his passive pit fighter ability. So that's a 9. It's going to be 7 damage to Hekia. So that goes from 13 down to 6. 2 reflect. And then attacking again. 7 damage. That kills Hekia. 2 reflect. So that is good. So that's 3 XP. That gets us from 12 to 15. There's going to be a skill and a stat boost. So Hekia is now off the board. So skill, I want to give Calamus, I'm going to give him another range. And we will give another health boost here. So he's now at 2 range. And we're going to give Thrallyer the skill of a luck. So now he's going to be rolling a luck die, which could be really big. And they both get a stat boost because of 15. The stat boost, I will give Thrallyer a stat boost of 1 to his health. So again, max health goes to 7, current health goes to 3. And I'm going to give Calamus a stat boost of 1 to his attack to get it up to 4. So that works for me. So Throwler still has one more action. Hekia is super dead, and Throwler is going to move his worker 1 into here. All right. We get to the end of the round, so we have done it. We've done the objective, so we defeated Hekia. There are no other visible creatures. I win! We can stop now. Or attempt the heroic challenge. Oh, come on, people. Let's do it. Heroic challenge. The parchment. Dun dun dun. Heroic challenge. The parchment at the Tower of the North Wind after fighting Hekia and her blood letters. You find a scroll in dark Orcish script. What is this filth? The Vadoran High Priestess Talora is adamant she will not touch the parchment. It has a greasy, almost soft feel that makes you think of hide or skin. I cannot read it. The dwarf Throwler is just as eager not... I'm a dwarf? Oh, come on, man. That's a walrus. It's just a walrus. Like, it's not a dwarf. Anyway, is just eager not to go near. In the end, it seems that only Calamus has a sturdy stomach and the skills to be able to read it all. It says that there are other enemy encampments in Azor Rise, and Hekia was meaning to supply them. Calamus murmurs, you know what you must do. Find them all, put an end to them. Explore all map tiles in the Ageless Realms and Azor Rise, and defeat all visible creatures. So basically, we need to find the 2 creatures hiding out in those 4 locations, and we need to defeat them both. If we do that, we have run into the heroic victory, or we can try to be legendary. What do you think we shall do, people? I don't know. Let's wait. All right, so this is going to move here. Now remember, our hope is still only 2, so we do have to be a little concerned about how much time we have left to get all of this done. We're going to reset Calamus' skills, and because again, we're about to be at hope 1 in 2 turns, right? So not too much time messing around here. I'm going to do a heal action on Earthshaker. So healing 3, rolling this. Healing action on Throwler, sorry. So I rolled X, so that additional heal of 0, so that gets up to 6. I'm going to do a heal action on myself. It doesn't matter if I roll. There's the extra thing I needed, so that's fine. And then Earthshaker is going to move this way, and the worker 1 is going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who never got? Oh, I can give somebody a Lost Blade. With the Lost Blade, none of them give me a bonus attack. Golden Compass could be nice, though. I have what I need. Do have what I need to get the Golden Compass. It could really help Throwler. So move, and then we'll move again to get to the Greenlands. Yeah, I think I like that. The Golden Compass seems like the right answer, people. So we're going to reset Throwler's turns, and the Walrus is going to move 2. It goes here, and we're going to then do an interact. We're spending 3 linen, 1 stone, 1 fish, and 1 wood. We have no more fish. We don't need any more fish, which is good. Golden Compass comes in. Now, what does this do? This goes into the arm slot. Oh, I can't do an arm slot yet. Yikes. And when I took the stat boost, I'm going to do that. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm going to get +1 on the attack. Yes, I raised his health, and that made no sense. Yeah. So when I beat Hekia, I raised the health of Throwler. I'm going to just undo that so I can get myself up to a place where I can have arms. And we did that. So we had the Golden Compass. That gives me +2 range. So I do have 3 range now. I get +2 luck. So that means I'm going to roll 2 dice to take the better of the 2 when I do a luck roll. And I have +2 movement, which now I can move 3. That's that's really nice for Throwler. So he can get around and he'll maximize chances of getting the 50% or just making sure every one of his attacks count. So getting him with those 7 attack makes more sense than whatever I did with giving him the bonus health. For sure, especially looking at the arms and knowing that none of them gave a fight boost. So went back, undid that. Sorry about that, but this too shall pass. So do I want to explore with that guy? Probably not. Is it the worst idea? Is it the worst idea? Probably not. The problem with Throwler right now is it's going to be hard to get those mines in position to take advantage of that +3, just the way all those tiles are up here. So it's not really going to be great to be a pitmaster anymore. So, but we should find a way. All right. I'm tempted just to explore with that worker, kind of see what we're dealing with. But if I was going to do that, or as I was here. Gives me, I can get some pot shots in with Calamus. And then Calamus can run away. And Thrallor can come in and finish it off. Sure. So we're exploring with the worker. Is it a creature? It is not a creature. It is a crow feather market. So we get 3 more things because it is a market. So we have another arms. The blades of Chi-Kun. We have more arms. The abyssal grimoire. None of these are great. And then what do we have here? More arms. None of them would have given me any more attack. The Demic stop. Too many arms, kids. That is what it is. All right, so that explore happened, and then we're going to move the worker. Worker can move 3 now because all the workers have tons of movement, so we'll move this worker up to here. Great. End of the round. Can I resolve that? No, I cannot. So we go to evening, and we now would resolve any fire tokens. We actually never got any flame wall creatures or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about that. So now we're going to go to the player actions. We're going to do Calamus. Calamus is going to... So I have 3 movement. I mean, I guess I could do some things, and that's a market right there. That's fine. So we're going to use Worker 1. Worker 1's going to gather. Rolls 3. So that gather action gets me 3 linen. There's still 1 linen in the thing. So what do I want to put on my arms if I am Calamus? There we go. Linen, 3, Worker 1. All right, we're going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. We're going to get the 3 linen back in here. So now we have 4 linen in there. Calamus is going to move to the Crow Feather Market. Calamus is going to interact, and he's going to take... Does Calamus already have 3 move? Oh, Calamus has 3 move too. These guys can just move everywhere. The extra range doesn't make any sense. That could make some sense. Yeah, so we'll spend the 4 linen, the 1 wood, and this stone, and we'll get the Lost Blade. Arms. The Lost Blade gives us 0 extra attack, because of course it does, but we get 2 more heal. We get 2 more health. Oh, shoot. I couldn't take arms there. 2 more heal, 2 more health. Can't take arms with Calamus. Shoot. So we're going to put this back. So it was 4 linen, 1 wood, and the stone. Yeah, we'll just stay in the market, and we'll move this worker here. Great. Thrallor's turn. Thrallor's resetting his actions. Thrallor's going to explore with worker number 1. Do we finally get a creature? We do! It is into Howling Heath. It is a creature tile. That creature tile comes in with +1 medium ability because of the location. It is Rupture and Call to Arms. Interesting. Rupture is weird in that the creature actually suffers 3 damage every turn. It's just bananas. It's like... Okay, 2 would have been all right. The creature looks like by the burst reduces current health by 2, and it just happens every turn. I don't really understand the point of it, but the call to arms is interesting. If there's other creatures on the board, they get +1 heal and +1 fight, which isn't great. And now we're going to pull a creature. We have stat bar 6. It's going to have another medium and an easy. It has a reflective 3. It has a no shield, a heal of 2, it attacks 5, and it has 15 health when it comes into play. And I'm making a mess of the temple, and the mugs are not happy. They're like, you stop messing up our temple cards. Oh, that could have been replaced. Boom. All right, we have Fireball all and move. There's moving everywhere. Move is great for me. Don't hate move. And then we have Panic. Panic makes any creature in range move, but that's not a thing. Who is our creature? The Broke Tooth Legion. Attracted to the service of Vesh by the lore of the occult power, these masters of dark magic... What's my range? Yeah, my range is 1,000,000. These masters of dark magic are drawn from every race under the Dark Hand's rule, each armed with an iron and black-thorned scepter blessed by Vesh himself. Dressed in ancient ceremonial robes from forgotten temples, the Broke-Tooth Legion also carries scraps of parchment and grimoires attached to their belts and chains so that they may never lose them. Cool. So this goes in front of... It was the Thrallor's worker, so goes in front of Thrallor. We have 15 health here. And we have all of these abilities. Awesome. It's awesome. Cool. Now, Rupture is a special ability, so it would attack first before it did that. And then the rest of those would go in order. And then on death, obviously, there's no other creatures out there. We don't have to worry about it. Great. Sounds good to me. So we're going to move with Throwler. Throwler has a move 3. So 1, 2, 3. Throwler is attacking from there. Oh, they would be helpful if I put the creature on the board. Bing. Bing. Throwler is attacking. It's only attack of a 7 because we're not attacking from a mine. So attack. It's going to roll 2 dice. It's going to be either 2 or actually take the better die. So we have 2 extra hits there. It's going to be, so that's 9 hits. It's reflect 3. So I go from 5 health down to 2 health. And it's going to do 9 damage. So the Broke-Tooth Legion go from 15 health down to 6. Cool. Cool. And then we have one more action. I can't attack again because it would kill me. I don't feel like dying today. So we will do a heal. We're healing 1, but I get to roll those dice. I get 2 more heal. So I'm up to heal 5. Done. Have we finished this thing? No, we have not revealed all the tiles. So this goes here. We lose some of these creepy faces. And we lose 1 hope. So now we have 1 more round. We fall. It's just all over, people. Dun, dun, dun. And now we do our character turns. Calamus is going to reset actions. And what? This thing has 6 health. Oh, right. This is going to activate on Hilfie's turn. And Calamus is only attacking 4. Could take 6 damage. Would it kill it? It would kill it, sure. So Calamus is going to attack. It's attacking with a 4. It's 4 damage to the Broke-Tooth Legion. It gets it down to 2. Calamus suffers 3. Goes from 8 to 5 because of the reflect. Calamus is going to attack again. Attacking with a 4. Kills this. Reflect still happens. Now, upon death, call to arms, there are no other creatures there, so we don't have to worry about the call to arms triggering. And then this creature dies. This comes out of the game, and we all get 3 XP. So we both get to get 1 more skill, which is nice. And let me do that before I forget. I will take this special heal, could be useful. Or do I want to try to get arms? No, that's fine. Arms are for the weak. No, I really want arms. I really want arms. I don't think I'm going to get arms. So I get a restore. It's a special thing. Heal a hero in range, including yourself, for 3. That could be nice, actually. So I'm down to 2 already. And then I'm going to do with a skill for Throwler. He'll get another health. So that's 7 and 6. And now we have 3 more actions with Calamus. Legion are out. Done. So Calamus is going to now... Do I want to reveal another thing? No, I'm going to use a special. I'm going to heal myself 3. Again, using the restore ability. So that special thing is done. I can't do it again because, not because it's a one-time use, is because I literally don't have another circle for special. So it effectively is a one-time use because you only have 1 special circle. If that made sense. Great. I'm going to now move. Yeah, we'll move to here. And then the workers... We'll get this worker back on the game field because he's bored. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Done. What's Throwler going to do? Throwler's going to reset his actions. Throwler has a move of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Throwler is going to explore. Yeah, that's fine. We'll explore. It's 50-50. This is going to be a creature. It is a creature. The Darkwood Trees. Cool. So we're going to get 1... medium ability, so we might actually end up dying once here, which is fine. We had them around to do it. So this is grab all and firewall 1. Oh, interesting. And then we're going to get creature thing number 7. It has a reflective 3, a shield of 2, only 12 health, and it's going to come in and play in front of Throwler. What's the next creature up? It is the Knights of the Facade. Storytime with Greg. Other evils lurked in the land before Vesh, and one such blight was the Knights of the Facade. A small traveling carnival arrives in a hamlet or city, and unexpected spectators are slowly enticed to join the ranks by an unexplained feeling of happiness. For each new member, a mask is crafted, a symbol of their place, but also a device to allow them to be controlled by a dark power. It sees through the purple rune placed in each mask, controlling the wearer to do its bidding. Cool. So it comes in and has 12 health. And firewall and the other abilities it's going to have because of its spawn instructions. You get 1 more medium and 1 more and 2 easy. So that's poison cloud, teleport, and attacking 5, attacking all 1. Can I knock it out with Throwler? Ooh, no, I can't. So Hounds and Frostbolt. All right, so I'm going to do 1 attack on it. I'm attacking with a 7. I'm not attacking from a mine, unfortunately. Oh, so I have to put the thing in play, so that thing's going to go here. So attacking with a 7. So +2, so attacking with a 9, 2 shields. So 7 damage, it goes from 12 down to 5. Reflect 3, so I go from 6 down to 3. Great, now I'm going to heal. Yeah, I'm going to heal. Healing 1 plus whatever I do here. Healing 2, because I take the better die. That, and that's my turn. All right, so what's up now? Ended a round. Can I finish? No, I cannot. This moves. There are no frost tokens. Now the firewall is interesting. So the firewall, if this thing isn't dead when it activates, it's going to put fire tokens, and then you start taking damage wherever fire tokens are. But we'll see how that plays out. So now we're going to go to Calamus' turn. Calamus is going to attack. It's attacking. Oh, that shield is gnarly. Attacking 5, 1. I think I just take the damage as Calamus, because I'm not going to be able to kill it. So it's going to attack anyway. And Calamus taking 3 damage is really bad. Right. So we're going to move as the Earthshaker. So we're going to be all in the same location. We're going to do 3. We do special action to heal 3. Who do I want to heal? Myself 3. Get up to 8. We're going to do a heal action on Throwler. So it just heals 3. So he's now all the way up to max health. And then I have these 2 guys. I know this isn't a creature, so I'm going to do an Explore with Worker 2. Look at that. It is a Stern Castle Paddock, and that's a stable. So the interesting thing about a stable, stables are considered adjacent to the City of Kings, so you can just move the heroes, not the workers. So you can move 1, like this is 1 point of movement from the City of Kings up to the stables. It's pretty nuts. And the other worker is just gonna do nothing. Yeah, fully healed, whatever. Great, so let's carry out this guy's, all of his actions. So he's going to attack. So he's attacking who? So we're both equal distance. Going to attack the one with the max health. So I take 5 damage as a Calamus. So I go from 8 to 3, and then attack all. So there's no heal ability other 2. So remember, his health stays at 5, and then he attacks all 1. So Calamus takes another damage, and Throwler takes 1 damage. Then all these special actions trigger. So you go in order of the numbers. So Firewall is 18. When you do Firewall, we get fire tokens in every orthogonal location. Now, fire tokens don't affect workers, but they do affect heroes and creatures when they go through them. So next after 18 is Frostbolt. Frostbolt, you're going to put a frost token. So this only affects movement, but it can be pretty annoying when you have a lot of them. So the Frostbolt will place a weak frost on the map tile, the creature's priority. The tile with the priority target is, the priority target is Calamus, so you put a weak frost token there. And then we have, after that, what is that? 36, Poison Cloud 1. We put a strong poison in diagonals. Now those are impairments. If I walked on there as a creature, this would get put on my thing, and every turn I take 2 damage until I get back to the City of Kings and I'm healed. All right, so that is that. After 36, we have Hounds. What happens with Hounds? Well, the Hounds are a special thing. This is kind of good all this is coming out, because this is a little bit, we're missing a lot of things in this playthrough before this. So if there are no Hounds on the board, you draw a position card. So we're going to draw this position card. Now X figures where the actual creature is, and we're going to put a Hounds on the board at 3, right? Because we can't put it at 1, we can't put it at 2, we can't put it at, we can't put it at 4 anyway, but you have to put it at 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what do the Hounds do? Every time the Hounds are active, you move the tile 1 closer to a worker. If 2 workers are at equal distance, blah, blah, blah. Now the Hounds count as creatures, so they can also lock up where the creatures are. So they don't attack, they have 1 health, they're immune to fire and poison, but they can be killed by a hero. Now if this creature dies, if there's no Hound instruction, no Hound ability, the Hounds just basically are waiting for a new master to take over for them, and they'll just basically chill on the board until the end of time. Oh, by the way, I should fill that. I don't think it matters that much. We'll take more health. Why not? All right, what's happening now? So we did the Hounds. What's after the Hounds? So the Hounds are 39. We have Teleport and Grab All. Teleport, it just means that the creature will move to the location where its priority target is, but it's already there. And then the grab all is basically any creature, any heroes in range are just moved to the location. Now, where that could be really bad is if it's a firewall and then grabbed all, it would pull you through with a fire and you could take damage that way. But obviously in this situation, it doesn't really matter that much. So the Knights of Assad are done. They've done their turn. Everything is triggered. So now we go Throwler. Throwler is going to do his turn. He's going to reset his actions, and now he's going to do an attack. So he's attacking with a 7. We're rolling these 2. I get +1, so it's 8. 2 shields. That's enough to kill him, though. The reflex still happens, so that's 3 damage. This is dead. We get 3 XP, so we go from 18 up to 21. That does not create any kind of stat boost or skills. Oh, I put them in the wrong bag. You silly yellows. Silly yellows, get to your home. All right, so I need to put the greens with the greens and the yellows with the yellows. It's a novel concept. All right, so the Knights of the Facade are done. That is fine. Cool. So Throwler's got a bunch more actions. Throwler's going to do a heal action on himself. So we're rolling 2 dice. I get plus, so it's 2 heal, so he's up to 5. Throwler is going to... it's a bad spot. Fire will weaken next turn, so maybe I can wait to move. That probably makes more sense. Oh, I could do this. Now, we're going to move with Throwler. So 1, so I take 2 damage, I go through there, down to 3, and then there. I'm in the City of Kings, I heal up to full health. That's great. And then what the workers are going to do, workers are going to move, they're moving 3 now. Yellow worker, 1, 2, and just chill there. All right, end of the round. We earned a heroic victory. Let's go for legendary. Why stop here, kids? All right, legendary challenge, counterattack. So after your last battle, you are burning the dead and repacking your equipment when, ladies, sirs, a voice gasps and screams, stumbling through the underbrush. It is an elf, shocked and hobbling on tired legs. Thanks to roots and bows, I found you, the elf pants, collapsing to the floor. It is Oakwood. While you were gone, it came under attack, but this time there were more of them. Many more. My elder sent me because she knew I was the fastest runner. But still, I fear that I am too late. You must travel back to Oakwood, and quickly. We have only a handful of rangers and tree gardeners there to keep off an entire horde. So, setup. We do increase a hope by 1. Thank the Lord. Set up the next 2 stat bars. So, the first stat bar is going to be set up where? It's going to be to the east of the Oakwood tile. So it's going to go here. So we have stat bar 8. Oh, this is out, I say. So stat bar 8. And on stat, and this gets to the starting player. So again, it's going to be Calamus. We have the broke tooth. Nope, we did the broke tooth. The slate slate spitters. Giant hybrid creatures, the slate spitters might once have been regular orcs. There's a cave of, I don't even know if this cave is on the thing, man. Oh, the Lork. All right, we could have attacked another creature there, but that would have been really dumb. So we didn't. Yeah, so we had an option to do this. At any point, we can trigger it if we wanted to attack another creature to get 4 XP. So it's a lot of XP, just not really gonna make any sense to do that, though. All right, so giant hybrid creatures, the slate spitters, might once have been regular orcs, trolls, Vidorans, humans, and even dwarves who have been giantized by Vesh. Their limbs and body parts are mismatched and grotesque, blown far larger than they ever should have been. Their skin tears as their overactive muscles bunch and swell, and their constant agony fuels their deranged calls and frenzied attacks. In battle, the ground shakes from their mighty feet, and they tear trees from their roots and throw boulders as they charge. It's basically Sasquatch, kids. That's what's happening. So this is going to go in the Greenlands or Grasslands, whatever the heck those are. Comes in with 23 life. Bing, ding, ding. 4 reflect. Heals itself 2 every turn. Attacks 5. Attacks all 1. It has 2 easy and a medium. Dun, dun, dun. What are the easy abilities? And we have Temptation. That's not horrible. And Frostbolt. Not bad at all. And the medium is Firewall 1 and Grab All. That gets a lot more interesting. All right. So the slate spitters are there. And then we have finally the Chaldaka lances. With their distinguished scorpion features, the Chaldaka lances are some of Vesh's most feared mounted troops. A dreadful scuttling and chittering sound can be heard as they approach, clinging to rocks, walls, or whatever else is in their path. Arrows skitter off their chitinous plate, and they gibber and click in strange insect language. Worse still, each warrior keeps their most recent victim impaled on their scorpion tail as a trophy. Oh, isn't that lovely? All right, so stat 9. This guy comes into play with 15 health, 3 shield, 2 heal every turn. Attacks 4, attacks all 3, and only has 2 medium things. What are the medium things that we are dealing with? Poison Blade, Poison Spit, both require priority target. Frost Storm all, and Grab all, I believe that. Frost Storm all, anyone in range, I believe, gets a strong frost, and anyone in range gets grabbed. They get pulled and triggering poison and fire. All right, so we trigger the story. Now we just need to defeat these last 2 creatures, and we are legendary, kids. Legendary. That's what I bring to you. Hang with solo playthroughs, and you will see legendary in action. Great. This has to move all of the fire on the board. Wanes a little bit, which is cool. And now we have to do the actions. Now again, these just got set up so they don't activate. So Calamus is going to go. What is Calamus going to do? Now realistically, I think Calamus needs to heal. I'm wondering if I can kill the Lancers. They don't have any reflect. I think I just get myself in place to kill them. I can kill the Lancers with the Thrallers. Yeah, so Calamus has 5 actions again. So he's going to move 3. 1, he takes a well, he can only move 2 because it's 3, but the frost thing makes it a 2. He's going to take a damage for going through this weak fire, and then he's going to move here, and he ends up being poisoned. Now he'll take 2 damage every turn at the start of his turn. Right? He might not be long for this world. He might sacrifice himself. That poison is super bad. What am I attacking with? 7. I won't go there. I'll go here and I'll take that damage apart for going into that. And every turn I start with that 1 fire, I'll just take 1 damage, which is better than taking the 2 damage or having a poison on me. Because math. Math, people. Math, I say. It's very interesting. All right. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to do the special action to heal myself 3. I'm going to do a heal action. I'm healing myself 3. And yeah, notice I'm not even attacking the Slate Spitters. There's no point. Heal, so 3 plus 2. I heal myself another 5. I only need to heal 4. I'm going to do a worker move. 1, 2, 3, 4, just because. And they're going to scavenge because I want to scavenge. Great, we get an axe. Let's get an axe. Axe for worker number 2. Cool. Now, Throwler, what are you doing? Throwler is going to move 2. He's going to end up here. What is that? That is a mine, people. So he's attacking. He's attacking with a 7. He's attacking plus 3 because he's attacking from a mine tile. So he's attacking with a 10. I'm rolling these. Both X's. Awesome. The Chaldek Lancers has 3 shield, so that's only 7 damage. So the 15 goes down to 8. There is no reflex. So if I roll that bad again, that's going to be super unlucky. So here we go. We're going to attack again. We're attacking with a 10. There we go, 50%. So that gives me an attack of 15. The 3 goes to 50% or the plus 2. Obviously 50% is more, so we take that die. That's going to be an attack of 15. The 3 shield, so it's only 12 damage. Now the Chaldeka Lances are super dead skis. And this goes away. Oh, we get 3 XP. That gets us from 21 to 24. We get a stat boost. I'm going to take a health Calamus and an attack for Throwler. And then we're going to... I have 1 more action. Fine, I'll just move the worker. Worker is moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. These guys are super dead. What's my range? Yeah, my range is 3, so that's great. Cool. So done here. Can I resolve the story? Nope. All visible creatures are not dead. This moves here. What happens? Poison becomes weak poison. Now, if this was on my character, it would have stayed strong. So again, it it made more sense to stay where the fire was. Now what? The Slate Spitters are going to attack. They're going to attack Calamus first, because obviously Calamus is where I am. But first, we're going to do this in order. We're going to do Firewall. Oh, wait. First, we do the attack. I'm sorry. So first, we do the attack, then we do the special abilities. So these are all special abilities. So the attack first, it's going to attack Calamus with a 5. So it goes from 9 down to 4 and attack all in range with a 1. So Throwler takes 1 damage and Calamus takes 1 damage. Then Firewall. So we get strong fire tokens here, here, and here. Next up is Frostbolt. So we're going to put a weak frost thing on here. Next up is Temptation. So this worker gets sucked into here. This worker gets moved 1 closer. And then you have Grab All. So it will grab Throwler. Throwler goes through, gets a weak poison put on his thing, takes 2 damage from that fire token and 1 damage from that fire token. So 3 damage to Throwler, and that's all she wrote. Now, Calamus takes 1 damage for starting their turn on a place with a weak fire, right? Calamus is then going to, yeah, that Reflect 4 is pretty gnarly. That's right, I said gnarly. So Calamus is going to do a reset his action. He's going to do a heal action. He's rolling the luck die. It's a heal 3. It's now a heal 4. So Throwler is fully healed. He's going to do a heal action on... Does it make any sense to attack? No. Just want it. That's fine. So we do a heal action on himself. He's healing himself 3, 4. So he goes from 2 to 6. And then Calamus is going to do the special action where he gets to heal himself 3. Goes from 6 to 9. Oh, yeah, cool. Now we have the worker actions. It just... doesn't matter. Whatever. We'll send the worker we all the way home where he's safe. He will not be tempted to be joined to these evil things. Great. What's happening on Throwler's turn? Well, Throwler's going to take a damage because he starts there with a weak fire. He's going to take a damage because of the impairment because he starts with a weak poison on him. Great. Now, he is going to attack. So he's going to reset his actions. He's attacking with an 8. No. Oh, does it make sense to move? He's only attacking once. So I think he moves. That's 2 damage. Yeah, all right, let me do this. This makes more sense. Earthshaker is going to move with his last action that I didn't use. And he's going to move. He already took a damage for that, so he's going to move through that tile and take 2 damage for that. Yeah, we're going to do a little gamesmanship here. So Throwler is going to move there, takes 2 damage. And then I'll be able to attack from there next turn, which is better. So I was going to do a heal action, so I'm rolling 2 dice. Healing 1 plus 1, so it's 2 up to 5. Doing another heal action. Rolling 2 dice, 50%. So 50% of 1 is a half, so 1.5 rounded up is 2, so it gets up to 7. And then, oh wait. Oh, these hounds are still waiting for a new owner. That's right. They're just chilling. The worker, I'm just going to move home with this worker. Right? That makes sense. And they both had 3 movements. So yeah, they both had, even though that frost thing reduced their movement from 3 to 2, they still had 2 movement to get there. So that was fine. All right. So the hounds really only affect a worker. I mean, I could just kill one with Calamus, but that's fine. So now what are we doing? Can I resolve this? No, I can't. There's still a visible enemy. This goes here. The frost tokens now waned all the way down to nothing. Or I guess they came out at weak as a frostbolt, so now they're gone. And now we do Firewall. So strong. It's already out. There's nothing in range to grab, so Frostbolt doesn't work. Temptation doesn't factor in anymore. That guy's already there. And Grab All doesn't happen because these dudes are not in range, right? They're hiding behind the tree, like Frodo in The Hobbits. Cool. We're going to reset Calamus's actions. Calamus is going to do an attack action to destroy the hounds because they're just annoying to look at. Why? Because they're annoying to look at. Shoot. So we're only getting 1 attack in. That's fine. It'll take a couple of rounds, but we'll get there. Calamus is then going to move here. Calamus is going to do a special to heal himself 3. And that's fine. Throwler is going to move. Then Calamus is going to move here. Yes. To get in the way of the attack against Throwler. Throwler is then going to move right by his buddy, the Golem. He's going to attack. He's attacking from a mine tile, so he's attacking 8. Becomes an 11. Now you can go above the 10. You can't get the stat above the 10, but any bonuses do go above the 10, and that's passive, so that's great. So I'm at 11. I'm rolling 2 of these luck dice. XX. This is awesome. So I'm doing 11 damage. So we go from 23 down to 20. It's crazy that I did that twice. That seems hard to do. So I go from 23 down to 12, because I did 11 damage. Reflect gives me 4 damage, so that gets me down to 3. I'm now going to do a heal action. I'm healing 1, plus 1, so I heal 2, so it gets me up to 5. Oh, I took 1 damage because of the poison too. I forgot to resolve my impairment. Sorry about that. And that's the beginning of my turn. And now we're good to go. Yeah. So end of the round. Are we done? Nope. This goes here. So we're gonna remove all the strong fires to weak, and then all the weak fires come off the board. Cool. Now resolve impairments for Calamus. Nothing. We're gonna activate the creatures. What happens? Creature is going to attack. It's attacking Calamus because Calamus has the, again, highest max health. Calamus takes 5 damage, goes from 9 down to 4. Everyone in range takes 1 damage. All right, then what's going to happen? Calamus is, the side splitter is going to do this. So firewall, you can never have more than 1 flame token. So basically when firewall triggers again, it just makes the weak fire into a strong fire. It's going to do a frost bolt. It's going to put a frost bolt here. It's going to do temptation, and then it's going to grab all, pulls them both through here. They both take 2 damage. The result, Calamus down to 1. Thrallers also down to 1. Yikes. All right. It's getting weird. Oh, and then the side splitters also healed 2 before I forget. So they are actually up to 14, which is fine. What's going to happen now? So Calamus is going to, it's 2 damage to get out. This is bad. So Calamus is going to do a heal action. It's healing 3, rolling that. It's healing 4. It goes from 1 to 5. Calamus is going to move. It moves through a strong fire token, gets down to 3. Well, before it moved, it's going to do the special to heal Thrallr 3. So Thrallr's up to 4. Then it moves. It goes down to 2. And it's going to give itself another heal action, healing 3, healing 4, up to 7. Great. What's going to happen now? Thrallr is going to take a resolve impairments, takes a damage because of the poison. It's going to move. Again, it can only move. Well, I guess the frosting's over there now. Frost bolt, yeah, it's a bolt, not a frost all. So the frost bolt's there, that's fine. So it moves there. It takes 2 damage on the way. That's fine. So it's going to heal itself. It's healing. It's rolling 2. Heal 1, 50%. So it's healing 2. Healing itself again. Healing 1, plus 2, healing 3. So it's up to 6. And that's cool. All right. End of the round. Did we resolve? Nope. Hope goes down back to 1. And then we remove these tokens. We're gonna then go forward the turns. So impairments on Calamus, nothing. We're gonna do the activate creatures. So first is gonna heal. So it's not, there's nothing in range again because they're on the diagonal. So it heals itself back to from, it went from 12 to 14. Now it's at 16. So firewall, those things are already in place. It's going to temptation, frostbolt. The rest of that, none of that matters at all. Great. So I think we can take care of this turn. Earthshaker is going to move 2 and get here. Now it has a range attack of a 2 at least, and that's all we need. So it's going to do an attack of a 4. We roll this die. It makes it a 6. There's no shield, so it goes down to 10. And then the side splitters reflect 4, so it gets down to 7 health down to 3. Special effect makes me heal 3, which is huge, right? Think about that. Like normally you can't heal and attack more than once at a turn, but the special now lets me attack, heal, and attack again, which is going to be big. So now I'm attacking again with a 4. It's now a 6. That's 2 good rolls in a row. So that gets from 10 down to 4. I take 4 damage because of the reflect. And that's fine. Thrallr, we'll just go right to his turn. Thrallr is going to move 2. It goes here. It's going to attack with a 8, 9, 10, 11 because we're attacking from a mine. Rolling 2 of these. 50%. So it's actually attacking another 5.5. So that's gets us up to 16.5, which rounds up to 17 damage. I think that's enough. The reflect triggers. Dude is dead. We get 3 XP. So we go from 24 up to 27. There'd be some leveling up there. And that's fine. We'll just call that the end of Thrallr's turn. I won't even bother with the level ups because why? Why would I, kids? This sucker is dead. We get to the end of the round. Next round, resolve the story. We have defeated all visible creatures. You have earned a legendary victory. You will always be remembered. and only you can prevent forest fires. Don't forget, I did forget to activate the impairment because of Throwler, so he still would have had the 1 health. And morale stayed at 2, hopes only at 1, not fantastic, but I'll take it. And it's a fun... These stories are cool. This is really where it came to life for me. I mean, you saw, again, there is an element of this that's always going to remind me like a really complicated, ornate, narrative-driven like chess puzzle. If you've ever done chess puzzles and it's like, hey, how do you do mate in 9? Right? It's like, all right, I'm here. That's not great. I need to move here. Then I can move here and attack. He's going to grab me again. I need to move here. So it took 5 rounds, but I saw the pattern. I didn't see it all right away, but I saw how that pattern was going to play out. And I know he's healing twice around, but I know when I'm here, especially with Throwler, I'm attacking with an 11, right? Plus I get these luck rolls, so as long as I stop doing those X's, we're adding that 12, 13, 14, 17 that last roll. That there I had enough time with the hope meter that I knew I was going to be able to pull it off, right? I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this game in the future on this channel. I think... For spoiler concerns, I don't know if it makes sense to go through all these stories. I mean, that's the initial story. I mean, that's pretty basic. I'm judging from what I've seen of this game, judging from how big this track is, judging from all that there is on this board. I'm guessing that things get harder. A lot of the scenarios, and it does seem like some of the setups, you'll actually start with some like artificial boosts. So you can say, all right, here's what the normal setup is. And then it's like, well, you get 4 stats, you get 3 skills, right? Just to kind of get you going. Because I assume the difficulty is going to start moving higher and higher and higher. I mean, you start getting to these higher boss things. I mean, yeah, 50 health, attacking 10. Some of these things are pretty nuts, man. I mean, you get to 30, what is it? 45 health, reflect 8 shield. It's like, what? Attacking 17. You're just like, okay. But it's it's a fun little puzzle. I really like it. I think I saw one of like the harshest. Yeah, I saw a review of this from Dice Tower, and it was like someone said it was like had no soul, and I was like, this game has a lot of soul, man. It really does. I mean, there's definitely a lot of love that went into this game, and it's just obvious. And just judging from the little I know about Frank West, I mean, this dude, like, yeah, you might, the City of Games, you might know he also Isle of Cats is the other game that's really popular from City of Games, and I haven't played it, heard good things, but that might be up your alley, so it's something else to check out. But this game definitely has soul, and it definitely has a lot to like. I sometimes is the again, I'm still sometimes feel the sum isn't greater than the parts, and that's a weird feeling for me with games, but I really like the parts. So I really like the idea of having a hero, but you also have these workers, and they can do some actions and you can do some actions, and it's thematically accurate too, because you are a king, right? So you're a king in this kingdom, and you have workers like your attaches, so to speak, that are going out and doing some things with you. And then the quick reference is actually really helpful. As much as I wish there was like a 1-page thing for the abilities, I mean, any kind of land that you go into, it's listed. This is a really, really sharp addition, this quick reference. I mean, I think the pictures are all great. It's just really laid out very, very well. It's probably the best reference book I've ever seen. I mean, Fantasy Flight can take some lessons, man. I'm not lying there. But that said, you are going to be getting used to flipping through this. But when you need to look something up, at least you have a good place to go to it. But you can dive right in. I would suggest, based on my experience with the scenarios, I was getting pretty like, all right. I mean, the very hard scenarios, like 2, I beat all the very hard scenarios very easily, then except for the last 2, and I was like, this isn't possible. I don't know what's going on here. And that's when I jumped over to the story, and I'm glad I did, because it was like, all right, cool. And it really does, having played the scenario as much as I did, it did feel like a great training to understand the dynamics of the story. It's like, oh, that's what I need to do. Oh, now I can go and I have these extra actions. Yeah, let me get those resources. But look at those level ups, man. I mean, look, they just add up. I mean, getting that 5th action for Calamus is really nice, and you just getting those stat bumps and getting the luck dice in. It just all works together to get you to a point where I really never had a sweat whether I was going to find a way to beat these enemies. And trust me, my first few playthroughs, that was not exactly the case. That said, if I go back to that very hard scenario where the enemy has 75 health and attacks 13 with a reflect of 7 or whatever garbage it was, yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how that math works. But that's fine. I'll just stick with the stories for a while. So that's that. Really, really excited to get this on the channel. Thanks again to City of Games and Frank West for giving me a chance to take a look at it. You know, this game came out right around the same time as Gloomhaven, and it just got really overshadowed by just the immense love for Gloomhaven that just exploded on the scene at the time. But yeah, glad to own it, glad to play it. You know, again, we'll see where it fits into the channel going forward. If you want to see more of this game, definitely please let me know in the comment section below. Anyone who's played this game who really wants to see a certain scenario played, that might be a little easier to pull off than to go through a full story. Again, I do have some spoiler concerns because I do think the narrative is part of what drives this game for me, and I don't want to take that away from anyone, especially because, you know, who may not have played this game. And there are only 7 stories. Now, is this story replayable? Oh, sure. I think it's a cool puzzle, and I think by going at it with all the different heroes, you know, it does take on a little bit different, you know, of a nature, and then again, the randomization of the enemies really helps to kind of keep the same story fresh, because the enemies aren't going to behave always in the most predictable ways. I'm glad I did the legendary thing, because that's when we finally started to see the effect of all these tokens and things, and how they affect the game and what goes on from there. Again, some of the things we didn't see is the tents and the barricades and what those do and how those all work. But we saw a lot. We saw the quest, we got some items. You know, I feel fairly strong about doing this game justice, and that's always what I care about in doing this. Any rules I missed, please let me know in the comment section below. I will definitely rectify that. Anyone, always when I put a new game on the channel, please take a couple of days, come back to it after a week, and check the comments, because the comments are always amazing with people who are just going to like point out little things here and there, and that's important to me. And I'll always, if there's something really bad, I mean, if there's something that's really could make a big difference in the game, I will definitely point that out in my pinned comment as well. So check out that. This is a cool game. That's about it. Thank you everyone for joining in. If you want to see what's coming up in Solo Playthroughs Land, you can go on my my Patreon page. There's a link in the video description below, and on my Patreon page you can find a schedule with everything coming up for the next month. I do a post every month so you can see what you want to see and make sure you don't miss it. Questions, comments, epiphanies, please put them in the comment section below. And until next time, happy gaming.